Hello. Ugh. Hermes, can you stop barking at nothing in the hallway? Hermes is home. Hello, everyone. God. I'm back from Vegas. At what cost? I drove back this morning. And I'm very tired. But I was like, I haven't gone live in a week. That's bad. So we're going live. So yeah, I was at Formula One. I met Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. There's gonna be a girly pop go. Here, let me do this. Let me show y'all. Twitter. We got some updates for y'all. Also, I love the new... Kuna! Hold on. Kuna, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Wow, 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 wow. God, sorry. I had, like, mac and cheese. And it's, like, making my throat be weird. Okay. Kuna, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. Where is it? Where is it? I know I tweeted it. There we go. All right, so let me see. Where's the? Do I have a window thing on here? Do I not? Oh, okay. Well, hi. Oh wait, screen share. I'll just do this. This is easier. Window capture properties. Ba-ba. Anyways, I'm super cool, chat. Here's me with Charles and Lewis. So for those who don't know, I don't like doing... Oh, Vibrant, I'm sorry. Vibrant, you won the Swell Grand Prix with a Prime Boost. Thank you for subscribing. So sorry. No alerts are going off for me. Things are weird. But yeah, hi. I met Lewis and Charles. This was at the Puma event the first night I was out in Vegas. And yeah, I hate doing like meet and greets like this. But this event was interesting. I'm definitely going to do a full Girly Pop Go video on just the events I did with Puma this weekend. Because I think it's interesting and also like it's kind of fun. They did like this event with Charles and Lewis to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Puma and Ferrari partnership, and they had like this. So these were like they had special shirts and stuff that said like 20th Annie and things like that on them. This is just what they're wearing. They were filming a bunch of stuff, but this was like a media night more than like an event, you know. And so at the end they were like, okay guys, they're doing pictures. Thank you for subscribing. Nomad, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Wah, 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 wah. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this. And it was like, it was really silly. Like I'm going to do a full Girly Pop Go video on this, definitely. But it was really silly because like we're there and like we didn't have scheduled interviews. It was just kind of like, yeah, come, which is fun. But it was also like it was like we were kind of watching other people get their content, which is fine and definitely interesting to see. But I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna like waste this opportunity. So I'm like filming through a clothes rack. I'm like trying. I have this other photo in this literal same tweet of me. Like this is Charles over here. This is Charles. That's me trying to get a photo. They were filming. This is the Ferrari team, and then some people with Puma that are filming something. Complex was taking a lot of time with them. And like Lewis, no idea where Lewis is at this point in time. So I was like, this is the 20 Annie, by the way. This is that sweatshirt. It's fun. I liked it. They had some creators there that were like all decked out in their gear, which is fun. Here's another photo I got. There's Charles. I was like, I should get one just in case. I didn't know what we were going to get. You know, I had no idea. So I was like, I might as well. This was the car outside that was in like the main flagship store. But after they were like done getting interviews, and it was a bummer because there was a few people like I was never supposed to get an interview with them. But there was a couple other creators that were supposed to get interviews and were originally going to get like 4 minutes. Then they got 2 minutes. And then it was like, now it looks like they're not going to get time because some people were taking too long, unfortunately. So that was like really interesting to see everyone trying to be like, okay, like just go wait over here and like be ready to grab them. Just grab them. It's your turn. Just grab them. Like it was interesting to see that. But then they were like, okay, they're doing photos. Go ahead, everyone line up. And so I was like, okay, I guess I might as well. Like, I think if I left without getting the photo, my friend Hannah would have like shivved me. Like, I think she would have like made a shiv, hunted me down here in LA and like stabbed me, you know? out of like, how dare you? How dare you waste the opportunity to be next to Sir Lewis Hamilton? You know what I'm saying? And I don't like doing meet and greets myself, chat, for those who don't know. Once you've done meet and greets yourself, it's like kind of, it feels, silly is not the word. It just like, you kind of realize like how like crazy it is to do, like as like a concept. So like I like, because to you it's like a really big deal. To them, it's a Tuesday night and they're working. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. So, and like everyone in this room was like creators or influencers and things like that, or like Puma people and things like that. This wasn't like just like an open fan event. Like I'm literally wearing my All Access band in the photo. I was annoyed I didn't take it off, but it is what it is. It's kind of fun. I've never done one, but they've always seemed very awkward to me. I really like doing meet and greets, like doing them myself. But once you've done them and then you flip it, you're kind of like, like I go to my friends ones to like be an asshole because I'm a smart ass, and one, I think it's fun to like go and mess with my friends. They can be very overwhelming. And obviously we've talked a lot about what happened with Emmy Rue. I made the donation, by the way, chat. That video got over $2,000 in ads, so that I donated that exact amount to the Hollywood Food Coalition. They provide food and for a lot of different soup kitchens here in LA. And so I made that full donation. So all the receipts are posted on Twitter, Threads, and the community tab on YouTube still. I posted on Instagram stories, but that's gone now, obviously. But I wanted to make that note since I brought it up. Thank you for following. But yeah, that was that. I need to follow up with them because they sent me a very nice email that was like, thank you so much for this donation. How the fuck did you hear about us? They didn't swear, but like that was like the general tone of like, hi, thank you. This is a decent amount of money and you've never donated to us before. My friend who works at a soup kitchen recommended them to me for when I was looking for different soup kitchens and things like that. Because we're going into the holiday months, and she was like, they do a lot of good work. A lot of soup kitchens and things like that here in LA have been talking about not being able to do their like normal Thanksgiving like plans that they do because they just haven't been getting enough donations. And obviously there's been more use of the soup kitchens and things like that in the shelters because of the SNAP pauses and things like that. So I went ahead and did with that. I've never heard from Emmy Rue or anything like that. Not that I really expected to or anything like that. The money was getting donated anyway. So yeah, Hollywood Food Coalition. Links are also there if you guys would like to donate to them as well. But what the fuck was I saying? But yeah, doing a meet and greet, it can be very awkward. And like, I love meeting viewers, and like, I'm very fortunate that I go to so many events, and so I get to meet you guys like all over the country and all over the world, like, it is, I guess you could argue, less safe, but like usually you guys are so caught off guard by seeing me because I'm a cryptid that it's like I'm less scared like of like you guys doing something to me because it's so like, oh, photo please, you know, it's usually something like that. And so that's always that, it feels less like awkward, I guess, if that makes sense. For you guys, it might feel awkward. Usually it's not awkward for me in those instances. If it goes on too long, then it can be awkward. But I've gotten pretty good at being like, I gotta go now, you know. Meet and greets as a whole, if they're done well, they can be like really stressless. Let's go with that. Like I've done my meet and greet that I did with Hassan at VidCon Baltimore, was actually done really well because we were together. So like someone would walk up and me and Hassan would like make a joke about like, oh, they're for you, they're for me, ha ha ha, like back and forth. And then we would like they'd be like, do you want a photo with me too? Or like it was like fun to do that and like play off of each other. That was really fun. I've done a few by myself. They can be really awkward, but usually it honestly, the flow of them comes down to like the line handler. The line handler, chat, will make or break your meet and greet experience when you are the person being met. Your line handler will meet or greet. This person, I have video. there was one person taking these photos. We could not take our own photos. We could not take each other's photos. This is someone taking this photo. She took 3. This is the only one where I didn't think my face looked dumb, but I was also talking to them because I'm me. And then there was someone over here. I can't remember off the top of my head if she was in Ferrari red or Puma black, because they were going back and forth. So they were like, have your phone ready, have your phones ready. There was a bunch of us creators in line, so we were filming for each other. So Marissa filmed for me as I handed my phone off. They were like, no videos, no, like, you're not taking selfies, like, we are taking the photos for you. Have your cameras ready. They were like rapid fire going through it, okay? So they got 3 photos of me like this, and then Marissa got a video of me, and then they were yelling at her to like, have your phone ready, have your phone ready. So I went up and grabbed her jacket, and I should have grabbed her purse as well, but I grabbed her jacket. I straight up was like, I straight up was like, I'm assuming they vetted people. I just threw my bag down and my jacket like on like a random bench in this top floor of this Puma store. I just threw it down. I was like, if someone robs me, that's on me. Like one, it's funny if I got robbed at like the Ferrari Puma event. That's hilarious. That's really funny. Also, I'm in Vegas. I like have the ability to get home. Like it of all the places where it would like the funniest possible way to get robbed in Vegas, a Puma Ferrari anniversary event at the Puma flagship store. That would have been phenomenal, actually. So I did just leave my bag there. Was I thinking I was gonna get robbed? No. But if I did get robbed, it would have been really funny. That you went to BravoCon. I did not go to BravoCon. I was here when BravoCon was. I was live here on Twitch when BravoCon was happening. And then so I tried to get video of her, so I got a little bit of video of her talking. So, but first, because they're like yelling, like, have your phone ready, go, go, go. So I walk up and they're like, okay, next. So I hand my phone over. I'm like, hi boys, as I hand my phone over. And I'm like, are we gonna win this weekend? And there was some giggles from like the Ferrari people. And I think someone said, I don't know. But everything was happening so quickly. I don't know who it was. I think Lewis was talking to kind of everyone. Obviously they didn't win. Obviously, if you guys missed the weekend, this was Tuesday night before the race. Okay. Benson, Dallas, they are planning on going to. Currently not off the top of my head. I literally talked with my manager today though, once I got back from Vegas, because I literally just drove back today. We're gonna meet early in December and try and do my 2026 plan. So like I'll have a better understanding of what my plans are for next year. But yeah, I thought this was funny. Marissa accidentally bumped into Charles and then was like, I'm not moving. And so she's kind of like in front of Lewis in her photo. And she was like, I'm so sorry. And Lewis just under his breath goes, that's okay. Like they're just doing the polite smile. They're just like, yeah, we're doing our jobs. You know, they're getting it done. That's all it is. And then I captioned it. I asked them if they were going to win this weekend, and obviously they did not. I was really hoping I was going to light a fire under their asses. It didn't work. But yeah, no, it's always funny when people are like, you talk to them? I'm like, yeah, these are dudes to me. Like, I might be a fan of them. I might like Charles. I might like Lewis. Lewis might be a 7-time world champion GOAT, okay? But I am also hyper aware of the fact that these are just 2 dudes that happen to have a lot of money and drive really fast, you know? Like, even as, like, a fangirl, even in my wildest fangirl dreams, I don't think, like, maybe when I was, like, teenager, but I've never been someone that's, like, really gotten starstruck. Like, not really. And I would have assumed, like, because it takes a lot for me to get starstruck, I would have assumed, it was funny because I was talking with Yenna during the F1 Academy practice session. And because we hadn't met in person yet. Yenna and I haven't met in person. She's another content creator. And we ended up sitting near each other. So we ended up just sitting together for the F1 Academy session. And I was like, yeah, you know, it was like, I was just talking to them. Like, everything was fine. I hate this lighting. God, sorry. Okay, that's better. About his current form. No, of course not. I had 3 seconds, chat. So I said, hey boys. And I said, are we going to win this weekend? As I'm getting into position. And they're like, I don't know. Maybe they said we were going to try. I don't know. The video that Marissa got, she is too far away and no one else was filming because I was like the first of our group to go. But Thursday night when I was sitting with Yenna, I was like, yeah, I was just talking with them. Like, it was like, it's very cool because they were talking to me. She was telling me about how another creator got to like shake Lewis's hand and was like, oh my gosh, like have a great day or something like that. And like she was freaking out. And I was like, that's great. Like, that's amazing. Like, I almost wish that I could have that experience, like, and like have that, like, really, like, oh my God, it's Lewis Hamilton. And I just didn't. And Yenna was funny because she goes, okay, well, not all of us are celebrities, Amanda. And I was like, I'm not, though. That's just not what this is. I mean, was meet and greets. The only ones I've done are for conventions, and they're called charity drawings, and they have the person draw something in like a minute, usually in their fursuit. Very fun. That's fun. It's given, are you winning, son? Meme. It would have been a great video idea. I got robbed, so you don't have to. I got robbed at a Puma Ferrari event in Las Vegas for Formula One. Billion views. Just bros being dudes. We're just, we're just homies. My wildest dreams, my favorite team wins. That's how wild my dreams are. Did you show Lewis the picture of you in your car? You guys, I had 3 seconds. And also they took my phone. I wasn't even allowed to hold my phone. They took it. I couldn't even do a, are you winning, son? Meme. They were like, no. They were like, give me your phone. One phone only. No friends taking videos. The fact that we got videos of each other, like, shocking, frankly. It's funny because I didn't show him the picture. I showed, so I ended up Thursday night, I got a paddock and garage tour hosted by McLaren. I was in the McLaren garage. There is no video footage from inside the McLaren garage for you, but there is already a Girly Pop Go video out. Wah, 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 wah. There is a Girly Pop Go video out. That's right. All about the paddock tour of Las Vegas and me detailing everything I saw and did inside the McLaren garage when I was not allowed to film. Okay. There was something that I left out that I forgot about, but I wanted to I need to talk to Marissa about it because there's something I want to mention about it on a Girly Pop Go video. By the way, we have a new TikTok. Hold on, chat. I'll put in both chats. New TikTok. All right. It is Girly Pop Go XO. That is the new motorsport TikTok on TikTok. If you would like to follow more short form motorsport stuff, it will be there. Okay, ready? YouTube, you're getting it too. Girly Pop Go XO. It is me. There's been fake TikToks of me, but because because there's been fake TikToks of me, because a lot of them are leaning into the motorsport thing, and also 8 people in my life told me that I need my own motorsport and car TikTok because everything in one is annoying for people. We now have a Girly Pop Go TikTok account, okay? So it is there. Would you still upload the Storm? Yeah, a lot of them do get uploaded. There's just a lot of, sometimes what I put on TikTok, I don't like putting on YouTube, if that makes sense. Like I have a different quality requirement for what I put on YouTube. Most of it should end up on Reels though, if that helps. Watched you Slade, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't do that for LeVar Burton at Comic-Con even. But yes, no, I got a tour, courtesy of Sega. Sonic the Hedgehog put me in contact with McLaren. So Thursday night after Free Practice 2, before the qualifying for F1 Academy, or during the qualifying for F1 Academy, I got a tour of the paddock again. I have now gotten a paddock tour of the Las Vegas Grand Prix paddock every single year I've gone. But I've never been inside a McLaren garage, so that was the first. So basically with the McLaren, with a lot of the team's garages, for those who don't know, because sometimes you're like, well, this team is filmed. Okay. So typically when a team is filming, they have their own restrictions. They know what they can and can't show, okay? Garages I've been in for team garages, some are very comfortable with filming, some of them are not. McLaren is a no-no for like creators, people going inside the garage and filming. That's a no-no. They can take videos of you. That's where you'll see like during race sessions, they're taking videos of people in the gallery, but they don't want you having footage, okay? Aston Martin, pretty cool with filming, but Aston Martin is not currently battling for any championship title, you know? Then VCarb, some leeway, but it depends. Normally, when you are filming inside of a garage or the like with a team, everything that you post has to be approved. I was not like with McLaren this weekend. Sega did get me tickets via McLaren for Thursday and Friday, but I wasn't like a guest of theirs, if that makes sense. And then I got the tour. So there's that. But then also every single team, okay, if you are in their garage and they are working on the car, or as I call it, when the car is naked, okay, meaning that the livery bits, the body work, all of that is off and they are working on the car, you will never be allowed to film in that. So it doesn't, you could be like, they could be like, hey, you're allowed to film, and then they're working on the car. You're shit out of luck. You're not filming shit. Okay. Even like the photos that we took at the end of our garage tour, where we were outside of land, we were allowed to film, not allowed to, no filming. We were allowed to take photos in the garage, outside of the garage, in the pit lane, on the other side of where they were working on the car. And even then, our guide, Dan, who is their head of technology partnerships, makes sense. Sega's a partner, technology partnerships, makes sense. He was our guide. He was a very good guide. I don't know what they told them about us, because it was me and Marissa, and we both make F1 content. And so he was explaining everything, which like, I'm excited to hear it for the 40th time. I don't care. Like, I'll take it. But it was like, we were like asking questions like, you can give us more information. You can go deeper. It's okay. Like, please give us more information. Which I did think was funny. But him, when we were going inside the garage, he pointed out that on the hallway entering into their garage across from their hospitality, they have all of the awards that they have won. So they already have 2025 Constructors Championship on there. They have their Drivers Champions. They have other awards that they've won as well for like other series. Like, I don't think they had IndyCar up there or anything like that, but they have like other awards that they've won. But the most recent winner is Lewis. And they were like, oh yeah, so obviously Lewis Hamilton, most recent winner. And I was like, yeah, I got to go in his car. And I'm like, and he was like, oh, cool. And he was like, oh, was that at the MTC? And I was like, no, it was at Velocity Invitational. He was like, oh, okay. And then we like go through the rest of the garage. And so he did see it. But no, Lewis has not seen me inside the car. And also because of the time that we did our tour at, Lando and Oscar were both in their strategy sessions with their trainers and such, and going over the data with their engineers. So they were not just like in the garage or in the paddock at that time. They were probably in the paddock, but like they were like in their hospitality doing work. I'm still wearing it. I don't want to take it off. It's warm. I should take another shower because I drove today. I was in the car for so long. But yeah, I gotta go fast. Did you see the Lego car? The F1 Academy car? Yes. I do have footage of the F1 Academy paddock. I feel bad because with where it was at, it was so far away from where I was. It took me forever to get over there. I only got to go inside the F1 Academy paddock once. And I'm glad I did because I got footage of all the cars and I got some photos and stuff. So thankfully I have something. But like I was really bummed out because there would be times where I would go to the track and I'd be like, oh, I'll go to the F1 Academy paddock before I go to my seat. And it would already be closed before their session. And then after their session, I'd be like, okay, well, it's such a hike to get over there. And then I like would have to rush back for the next session for F1. So it was just like where I was at was not conducive to me going to the F1 Academy paddock, which is a bummer. And it was just raining so often. So there'd be times where like it was raining and I'm like, I'm not moving shit. I have my poncho. I'm locked in. But they had some really cute stuff in the paddock as well. I did not get one. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. Explain, Jade. You won the Prime Grand. Blah, blah. You won the Prime. Blah, blah. You won the Swell Grand Prix with a Prime boost. See, I'm tired. God. But yes, if you watch the okay, there's two Lego cars actually. Okay. If you watch the F1 paddock tour, we passed by the Neon Chapel where they had the pink Cadillac Lego parked. Okay. And then there is a brand new team joining there's a new sponsor joining F1 Academy next year. Lego is going to be an official partner of F1 Academy next year, and there is a Lego F1 Academy car next year. So we're going to have Lego on the grid. Esme in the Lego car. Like we're getting that. I just need them to get better commentators for F1 Academy, and then I'm winning, truly. They already also announced a Lego kit for her car already. Like that's already been announced. So like they're fully running with this partnership, which is really great. It's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna be like a really good year. I think Lego might be sending me the kit, chat. I emailed my Lego contacts because they lied and they told me that they weren't doing anything in Vegas, which they weren't doing like an event, but like I was like, oh my God, I saw the new Lego car for the F1 Academy grid. This is amazing, like so exciting. And they were like, hi, we'd love to send you products. Yes, it's very cool. We will send you, what is your jacket size? Do you want Lego kits? So I'm hoping they're sending the kit. Like that would be really great. So I'm here's hoping. But that would be really cool. Kuna, you didn't miss the drop. They didn't drop shit. There was 5 items of each item. That was it. They didn't have the full kit collection. It's annoying. Is it going to be technical or normal? Like how they've done all of the Speed Champion kits that I still haven't built but are in my off this camera. There are jackets made of Legos. You actually can take netting and like literally design like the flat pieces of Legos. You can make jackets out of Legos. Like there's actually a lot of there's a few like fun stylists that have done things like that. Maybe that's what I'll do for Vegas next year because obviously they're going to be the support race again. Maybe I'll do like a Lego jacket that says F1 Academy. Maybe I'll do that. It would be online, and if it wasn't, it wasn't. Supposedly Zoomies is getting something. The drop, I haven't been super obsessed with the drop. I also was I was obviously not in the paddock. I didn't have an F1 Academy badge and things like that. But they were a little all over the place. My friend tried to ask me to get her one of the hats. And I was like, oh, is it this one? The good hat, I'm really bummed because they obviously didn't release the full collection online. Or even what it was going to be before it like hit the hub, which I filmed. There's also a video of all the merch that was in the hub chat if you guys want to go look at that. So hopefully they put that whole collection online afterwards. Obviously, I don't know if you can see them. This is the new Snoopy for F175. I did buy him. And then I have the Hello Kitty racer in purple. There was also a pink one, but I got her in purple because of course. Ah, God, my camera. What are we doing? But my friend was like, hey, if you see the black hat, can you get it for me? And so I was like looking for it. The black hat that was like this, but like in like a beanie form was only for the F1 Academy Grandstand, which is fine. That's fine to have. I'm glad they did like exclusives, but like the best basic beanie that they had was an exclusive. The only beanies they had for sale at the hub were the ones with the cat ears with like the chevron logo, like the chevron pattern on them, and it just which is like fine, but it was just like I feel like you're gonna sell less of these. So I just want the plushie. I liked the black fleece, but it's way too expensive. The black fleece was really nice. I got this jacket and the plushies and a magnet, and that's all I bought for myself. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go back and I'll get the F1 Academy racing jacket. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper and I burped. And I decided against going back. I never had time to go back to the hub, honestly. I probably could have made time yesterday. I decided against it. And I was also like, you know what? I think if they had the jacket in purple, I probably would have done it. And like, I wanted to support F1 Academy and I wanted to buy the whole collection. Like in my brain, I was like, I am willing to make the sacrifice of my no-buy year and buy the whole collection. And I ended up not, obviously. Not because I like, not because it, the like. Oh, geez, thank you for the bravo. Glad you had fun out there. Thank you for the 42 bits. Thank you. Like I liked them. The fleece looked nice. And I probably would have worn the fleece because the fleece also was really nice. But what was really good about the fleece, because a lot of fleeces, when they sell like novelty fleeces and collab fleeces like this, they don't have the mesh lining, which is necessary for a fleece. Most fleece, when you buy it from like a Patagonia or something like that, they have the mesh lining. These also had the mesh lining. So like it was a good quality fleece, and it was like the collab. The prices were expensive, yes, but it is very in line with the Las Vegas GP collabs that they've already done. Like the prices were very in line with everything else that I saw that was inside the hub. You know what I'm saying? That redesigns the sparkly Hello Kitty Vegas jacket. You know, with the end of this season, so with Girly Pop Go, I have a whole new game plan for Girly Pop Go XO chat. Okay, because until Louis Vuitton gives me what I want, I'm going to make it myself. And that's how I've always done content. Okay. I'm starting a series called Trophy Case. Okay. Or Trophy Box. Do they call it the Trophy Case or the Trophy Box for the Louis Vuitton thing? I'm starting this. Okay. Because I want details about all of the trophies, and I want independent videos about the trophies. I want to know the designer. I want to know materials. I want to know who won the trophy last year. I want to know, things I want to know, I want the story, okay? And I don't know why Louis Vuitton is not doing this, so I'm going to do it myself. I don't know why Louis Vuitton is just like, yeah, we sponsored the box. It's our luggage. Haha, cool. I don't know why you aren't making like your F1 based content or something, or a write-up where it's like, this is the trophy, and you're like highlighting the artist, talking about the country, talking about the inspo. Like, I don't know why you're not doing that with like high resolution photos of the trophies when it's in your box. I don't know. So I'm going to do it myself. The trophy trunk, I will call it the trophy trunk. Trophy trunk with Girly Pop Go XO. Trophy trunk XO. We're calling it that. That's my new series for 2026, chat. I'm going to do it. Okay? All right, that's my plan. I'm glad you had fun out there. Thank you. But what I need to do also is finish editing the stream where we redesign the trophies. My one concern, chat, is that we did the trophy redesigns when I had the shitty mic. So what I might need to do is just take the footage of the redesigns that we did and do voiceovers and like refilm what we worked on, That. Okay, I'll just do it myself. Like be the content you wish to see. That's my take with everything though, chat. Like I'm going to make a video on this because I saw an insane TikTok today. That I wasn't going to comment on, and then I thought about it for a second longer, and it irritated me, and now I'm going to make a full Girly Pop Go video. Because I'm sick of seeing this in the F1 space, in the motorsport creator space specifically. Again, you as a woman creator do not win. You are not saved from misogyny by shitting on other women. I don't know what to tell you. Anyone who doesn't think you're a true sports fan, anyone who is a piece of shit man, who doesn't think that like you are a good creator because you are a woman, they're never going to respect you, and you're not going to get that by shitting on other women. You just won't. You just won't. That's not how this works. That's not how misogyny works. That's not how men work. That's not how life works, unfortunately. And it's bullshit. It's fucked up. But what do you do? What do you actually do? You make the content you want to see. You take up the space you want to see occupied by people that look like you, okay? And talk like you and sound like you and have the interests you do and want to talk about the things that you want to talk about. And you uplift the people that are already doing that work that you want to see more of, okay? I saw an insane video of someone saying that non-F1 creators at the Las Vegas Grand Prix is like basically the new version of Grid Girls, which, and like said all this other shit. And it was so baffling and so insane. And it took away agency from creators and influencers. It took agency away from grid girls. It was such a misogyny wrapped in a bow video from another woman that was so baffling to me. And I'm sick of having these conversations every single fucking race weekend. You don't have to want to see, you can be totally pissed off when you see a non F1 creator at a race. You can be so mad all you want. You can have a problem with it. There are people I see invited that I'm like, why the fuck is she here? And it has nothing to do with the fact that she's a creator. I get annoyed because I hate their fucking politics 90% of the time. And that's usually, I usually have like an ethical dilemma with them as a person. Not the fact that they're there at F1 and they've never talked about F1. I have a problem with them as a human being is usually where I'm like, why the fuck? Do I post about that and be like, this bitch? No, that's insane. I don't do that. I'm just like, okay, I won't engage with that content. Show me others, you know? But what you do, everyone's asking what grid girls are. Grid girls used to be a thing that was on a lot of grids, and they were just kind of around. They were paid models that were like part of the grid. Like they would stand with the driver's numbers. They would be around the cars. They would be there during like the opening celebrations. They would celebrate like yay, it's F1. They're like, there's some old race intros for the broadcast where they're like dancing in the things, like they're doing performances. Like it was basically like cheerleaders but for the grid. They were called grid girls, okay? And they were models, but they were doing a job. They wanted to be there. And then obviously 21st century comes around. Some races were like, hey, so this is kind of weird that we like have these girls in often tight clothes and or skimpy clothes, like dance, like being around for these race starts and stuff. This is like really kind of weird and like kind of sexist. Like, yeah, we have grid girls, haha, like perform for the men. Like it's kind of weird. So they stopped doing grid girls, okay? Charles got into some shit 2 years ago, I think it was, because he made a joke about wanting to bring back grid girls, like during an interview. And like he was with Alexandra at the time, who is now his fiance, and some people were like, oh, he's gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight, you know? It's like pit bunnies, things like that. Pit bunnies is not necessarily the word though. Ring girls. That's what you're thinking of. Grid girls are like ring girls. They're like booth babes essentially, but for Formula One. Grid girls. Okay. And so okay. So I'm gonna make a full video on this just because like I'm just tired. I'm tired every day. I'm tired with the sport, with like the fandom and these creators who think that shitting on women is gonna be the way that they get access. Why would a team invite you when you are posting shit about the people they've already invited? Why would they invite you? You're a liability. That's like, well, like if that's the whole goal, this is insane. Grid femboys. Bring back good girls, but have them be grid boys. I mean, we have grid kids. That's usually like at F1 in Las Vegas, there was grid kids. They had all the little kids from around Vegas that came, and they often work with like different schools to like be in t-shirts and stand with them. They like sing the national anthem with them. There's some really funny videos of like them being like, hi Lewis, or like being really excited to like meet the guys and things like that. Or like I think it was, God, where were they recently, where I think it was Lando's grid kid or Isaac's grid kid was very passionately singing along to the national anthem, and all of the guys around him were trying not to laugh because he was like so passionately singing, this like 8-year-old boy. It was really Baku, maybe it was very sweet. But like there's things like that, you know, and like the thing with but that's a completely separate thing, okay? Influencers being at F1 that are not F1 creators, okay, you may hate this. Listen to me. It is no different than famous celebrities being invited to sporting events. It's no different. It's no different. It's no different. Why do they invite famous celebrities to sporting events? Does anyone know? Take a guess. Comment. Any guesses? Any guesses on why celebrities get invited to Formula One and sporting events? Take a guess. To get views. Marketing. You want to see Beyonce. That's why they invited Beyonce. Okay? Why do you think that F1 or fuck F1? F1 doesn't invite shit, okay? They probably invited Beyonce because it's F1. Actually, no, let me put it this way as well. Vegas owns the entirety of the lot. The F1, Liberty Media owns F1. F1 owns the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The Las Vegas Grand Prix is the only F1 track on the season that F1 owns in its entirety. That big F1 building with the big light, that is owned by Formula One, okay? No other series races through that building. They have the hub. That is an F1 owned, this whole race, F1 owned and operated, which adds other issues to other things that I personally have an issue with that I'm going to talk about in my video when you get the review on it next week, okay? But, so that's probably why you have some, there are probably, F1 as a whole was like, we are inviting these people to Vegas. That's where you have your Beyonce, that's where you have your Asia, and, you know, other people like that, okay? Then you have you have teams. You have 10 teams. There's going to be 11 next year, but you got 10 teams. Cadillac also invited people, okay? Within all these teams, you have maybe 50 plus sponsors, okay? I was told directly by Dan from the head of technology partnerships at Vegas, at McLaren, okay? They call Vegas a class 1 race, or I think he said class 1, a class 1 race, okay? What is a class 1 race? Class 1 race, they classify a class 1 race. It has nothing to do with the racing. It has nothing to do with strategy. Class 1 refers to the fact of how popular the race is and how many sponsors and people are requesting tickets to be a part of that team that weekend. So that's why they had X amount of hospitality people there, because they were taking care of X amount of people upstairs. So Vegas is a class 1 race. Another class 1 race he mentioned, Monaco, Silverstone. There's probably more. I asked what Japan would be, because I love the Japanese Grand Prix. He was like, for some people, it's probably a class 1 race for a lot of our Asian sponsors, etc. But most of the time for like overall, it's probably like a class 2 or a class 3. It's like just lower tiered of like the demand that people are from their specific team sponsors are asking for, okay? Vegas, class 1. Everyone's asking for tickets. We need tickets for our sponsorship. We're saving our tickets from, we haven't asked for tickets from you guys at all this season. We want 18 for Vegas. Do I think they're getting 18? Fuck no, okay? Vegas is very tight on tickets, okay? So, you have one of the most expensive races. You have one of the most viewed races, especially in the United States. If you are an American sponsor, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to invite American people. So you'll probably have some influencers. You'll probably have some celebrities. You might even have some F1 creators. Okay? But let me tell you this. A lot of F1 creators don't have that many followers. They don't. They're growing. It's a growing industry. Okay? But let me tell... So aside from the numbers thing, okay, why do you think, okay, a sponsor would want some F1 content creators and some traditional influencers? Girly pop influencers, fashion influencers, nail influencers, skincare, whatever, you know, other sports that have never mentioned F1. Why do you think, but like, let's say, aside from numbers, why do you think they would choose these two people? Tell me. Tell me. To expand reach. Oh my God, Dead Vinny got in one. I'm sorry if I'm talking like I'm condescending, but I like this video earlier did me psychic damage, okay? To expand reach, because this whole group of F1 creators, their whole fan base already loves F1. They already love F1. Oh my goodness. You guys are like, oh my God, I watch you because of F1. That's so cool. Yay. They already have F1. So if you're a spot, like okay, let's say IBM works with F1 creators. Let me do this. I also heard something else about that, but I can't talk about that online. F1 creators, okay? So why would IBM work with F1 creators? Any guesses? Any guesses? IBM sponsors Ferrari, if that helps. Any guesses? It's okay, you can be wrong. Just throw one out. We're learning. We're engaging our brain stems today. Throw one out. Why? Money. Money's one. It's not the correct one, but that's okay. Any other? Why F1 creators, why IBM as a brand would want to work with F1 creators. Autopilot type stuff, false. Simulations, no. Come relevant again. Closer. I'm sorry you sound like a teacher teaching a class. Good. Money, AI, stuff, technology. Is an IBM into AI these days? To advertise. Essentially, yes. IBM, yes, is into a lot. Every single sponsor in Formula One chat, aside from Sonic, okay, is aside from my sponsor that I love, is into AI or evil oil money. Okay, that just assume this is wow, that's fucked up. The sport, that money came from what? The sport. Sorry, I'm really loud into this. Just assume everything sucks. We know this. That's not the question. That's not the point. They brought Christine Yom to the fucking opening thing, which they do at every race. They bring out the people from the government that want to go. That's every race. I don't know why people are suddenly, everyone feels like, hey, fuck F1 because it's our fucked up bitch. It's the person we can't stand. So they're like, where everyone's like, whoa, fuck F1 for legitimizing this administration. She's in her post. That's unfortunately, Hedgehog, okay. Aside from Sonic, the one I like, okay, no. Lego, others, okay. Disney's involved now, we got all this shit, okay. IBM as a company, tech companies they actually do a lot of outreach with creators, and a lot of them work with sports creators, okay, and F1 creators, specifically motorsport creators. Why? Because though IBM is, already sponsoring Ferrari, you as an F1 fan may not have a good view of IBM, or you may not know you may know of IBM and you may be a big fan of Ferrari, but you may not know about IBM's support of Ferrari or what they do for Ferrari. So working with F1 creators that are like going to maybe talk, that you can be like, hey, we'd love for you to talk about X, Y, and Z. We'd love for you to do this, blah, 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 blah. That's really beneficial for IBM to like help expand their viewer base within the sport itself, because they don't necessarily need they're already getting like the viewership of the IBM logo, but like a logo's a logo. You may not get enough like interaction with IBM, okay? So that's a good way. But do you know how this group of creators is able to function with IBM? Why this makes sense for IBM to bring 5-6 creators for one night of Las Vegas Grand Prix when it's a very expensive race to send people to? Do you know why this makes sense? Because the other 2 nights, they bring the people with 1 million followers that they know, okay, all right, so we're growing our like approval within F1 fan base with these creators. This is great. We're supporting women in motorsports. We're supporting women creators, F1, X, Y, and Z, okay? However, IBM is also a business and they want to maximize that reach as much as possible. So even if you hate influencer number 6, okay, they know that you're going to hate watch influencer number 6. So they will, invite influencer number 6, and she'll post with Ferrari. She'll ask if Carlos Sainz is still in Ferrari, maybe. No one did this. I'm just making a joke to like expand upon my point, okay? And they, want more people to know about IBM and Ferrari and the whole motorsport collaboration in its entirety. Because IBM makes money if Ferrari makes money, because they're invested in the sponsorship. They're giving them money. So IBM also needs to make money somehow, and not just in marketing. So what does that get you with the influencer who has a very, like, there might be, let's say, of 1 million followers, let's say 20% likes F1, has heard of F1 before. That other 80%, they follow her because they think she's cool as hell and they want to be just like her, because that's often why you end up following an influencer to some capacity. You may like them. You may think you would be friends with them. You may think they have a house that you want to mimic, whatever. There's something about this person that's making you follow them. So if that person that you already buy a fuckload of shit from her affiliate links, goes to a Formula One race with a brand then you're like, wait. I kind of like Ferrari now. She likes Ferrari. Okay, so the hot cool girls like Ferrari. Okay, okay. I mean, that's like IBM. Okay, that's cool. I've heard about my dad uses IBM. That's cool. That's all right. You know, but like for that, wait, this car racing stuff is kind of wow. They're going really fast. Wait, he's hot. Wait, okay, wait. Whoa, they're going fast. Whoa, there's a crash. Whoa, wait, who's this guy that won? Wait, he won from that position? Wait, that's cool. Now you have a new fan, and also you have that connection of I found out about this person through this influencer that was invited by IBM. Whether you intentionally realize it or not, you are looped in. That is a mesh in your brain. IBM, even if they stop sponsoring Ferrari tomorrow, you will remember that IBM sponsor. IBM is a horrible example for this, obviously, because it's fucking IBM. But like, I'm making a point of like the chain reaction of the sponsors. You get my point? My dad is IBM. Jeez. I finally caught a live. Sorry, Katie, you finally caught a live as I'm yelling about people being dumb about influencers at Formula One races. Do you know what was so funny? Was I was sitting there waiting for the race to start before, because in Vegas they have a red carpet, okay? And they have all the celebrities walk through and they talk to them. Do you want to know, aside from one person that they interviewed in the pre-show, none of them watched Formula One. Not a single one of them. They were like, what do you like about Formula One? I really don't know much about it, honestly. I don't know. I don't know. Who's your favorite driver? I don't know enough to pick. Every single one of them. And I'm not talking about influencers. I'm talking about famous athletes, famous actors, musicians. The dude who was performing and doing the announcements for the driver announcements, he admitted he had just started watching because they asked him to do this. All of them. Because that's how this works. Because now people like, if Asia Wilson is like, wait, this F1 thing, honestly, Asia Wilson should hire me and Marissa to like explain F1 to her because she said she tried to understand it and she couldn't. We will help you understand. Asia, we'll make you a PowerPoint. We'll do like, I'll be way nicer in my delivery, I promise. This isn't usually how I teach, I promise. Who actually watched, who actually stayed, like that's the thing. And a lot of these things, there's parties, there's all this other stuff, like there's people that leave, Let's see. Fix my face. Don't focus on the Yuki Bear. My backdrop is just all like F1 plushies now. Come on, focus. Is it the Snoopy? Asia Wilson is it's spelled A-J-A. She plays for the Las Vegas Aces, which is why she was there, because we were in Las Vegas. Oh my God. Sorry, this is going to drive me insane. She was she just won the WNBA finals and with the Las Vegas Aces. And oh my God, focus on the Hello Kitty at least. No? Okay. And she was the MVP of 2025, and she's an absolute beast. So I need her to be into F1, frankly, because I want to see her at more races. She's a hoot. I want to see her at more stuff. Yeah, she waved the flag for F1 Academy, which means we can get her into F1 Academy. We can get her into F1 Academy. The Las Vegas Aces actually have done quite a lot. I want them to do more with F1 Academy next year, but it's kind of hard with the season because obviously the WNBA season is done. But like their president has spoken at the Female Quotient F1 Academy event each year for the last 2 years. She spoke this year and last year, and she talks about like women in sports and like there's money here. Like she walked up with her big ass ring for the WNBA finals, and everyone's like, oh my God. Was that weighing you down? Is that why you were late? Like she's like, I know, it's so heavy. It looks so good. But like, yeah, you should have been on the red carpet. Thank you. I was in my big coat in the grandstands. I'm not American. You're okay, Moonrise. You're fine. What about the F1 movie, huh? That's a weird phenomenon, especially the Brad and the other actor being on the grid last year with the racers. It's not a weird phenomenon. That was a phenomenon. I don't think is the right word. That was a movie filming. That was the concept of filming it during the race. They wanted to do something crazy like that. They literally developed new technology to film the inside of the cars and things like that. It's funny because I don't think Brad was there last night, but they had Sonny Hayes on the Sphere, his like helmet head that they've been doing on the big Sphere. And they've confirmed that they are working on the next film for F1 2, which everyone's been joking like finally F2, which has been funny. So, but yeah, no, the you don't have the money to bring the less than 50K on TikTok. Oh my God. Why does everything hate me this evening? It's not even morning. You don't have the money. These brands don't have the money to justify bringing these smaller creators if they don't get the reach and the views that come with these massive creators. So even if you hate these creators, these influencers that are like, I'm just here because I saw what Carlos Sainz looked like in person, which I did see a couple of those videos, and that's fine. That's allowed. These guys are attractive. I think that's fine. But even if you hate that, if you comment and engage and give that a view or even a share, look at this bitch. Like, even if you do that, congrats. You have given them the reason to invite that person back because they're getting the views and the engagement. That's all they want. You are giving them the hate content that they want. And I wish it wasn't the case because I also don't want these influencers to have to deal with the vitriol that comes from these, unfortunately, pocket misogynistic women, unfortunately, because they think that this is the woman. They think that this influencer thinking that a driver is hot is setting back the sport for 5 years or some shit, which is the dumbest take I've ever seen in my life, frankly. Like, you can be bothered by that. You can not like an influencer and then see her in your sport and you're like, fuck, you know? But like, the thing is that these brands also, every race weekend, there are videos from teams that have given fans that are already at the track tickets to the races, okay? They give them paddock access for one evening. This happens. They should give that to a fan that I've never been to a race. I don't know what to tell you, okay? And the thing about Formula One as well is that it is, unfortunately, there is a statistic, I think it's 1% of all F1 fans will ever go to a race, okay? Which is a bad statistic. It's not a good statistic. It's a very expensive sport. But we are also, here at least in the United States, sports are getting more and more expensive. So then what do? You find creators that are able to go or that are being invited to go. F1 tons of sponsors got invited. Marissa was there with Aston Martin and TikTok all weekend and F1 Academy. She did 14 different interviews with different people. Every interview, different person. And those are F1 Academy drivers, reserve drivers. She interviewed a ton of people, okay? And like, that's, if you really are like, I want to see more of this content, you go and engage with that content. You go and engage with the content of these creators that you like, that are F1 creators that are in these spaces. But the thing is that drives me crazy on top of it is that so many of these people want to pretend to be girls online, but aren't actually girls. So they're like, well, how come she gets to do it and I don't? Why is she with them and I'm not? Instead of being like, oh, that's so cool. I didn't know they work with F1 creators. I should pitch myself next year. I need everyone to grow up. Like, I need everyone to grow up so badly. It drives me insane. It drives me crazy. Me when I saw, yeah, like, I hate James Charles as a person. Do I hate that he went to F1? Only because I hate him. You know, like, I don't like him. Are strategic back and he was promised? Absolutely not. Or are they treating him like a short-term solution to their problems? They're not treating him like anything. The problem with Ferrari needs to fire half their team, is my personal opinion. I would have said this to them if I wasn't like trying to also not be on their shit list. The Ferrari team, I need them to fire half their strategy team, and I want them to do just a full overhaul. They somehow seem to believe their car is perfect, and the issue is the driving, and not the strategy, and not the car. And that I don't know how they've gotten to that conclusion. But but I need them to sort it out next year with the new car, frankly. Them more cash. No, I don't agree with that sentiment. I think they didn't see, I don't think they saw Lewis as a cash cow. I think they saw Lewis as a someone who was hungry for an eighth world champion. And then they have not delivered the car that he was promised. And that's half the problem. They saw someone that was losing faith in Mercedes, and Fred had been asking for Lewis to come to Ferrari for years. He himself and Lewis have both said, oh yeah, they were often trying to get me to go to Ferrari. And they just found the right time where he was losing all faith in Mercedes and was losing, his faith in the team. And so they were like, let's swoop. And we're like, we'll do this, we'll give you money. Lewis is also getting a fuckload of money, not only just for himself, but also for his charity, for the Plus 44 and all of that. So it's not a complete negative. It's definitely more sour than he thought. He thought it was going to be like this beautiful partnership. And instead it's been, the average Ferrari driver experience trademarked, but, I think they truly believed that the car was good, and that they thought the issue is that we need a driver that's hungry, which Charles is. Charles doesn't just want to be a world champion. Charles wants to be world champion in Ferrari red. That's the truth about Charles. I think Carlos wanted that for Ferrari, but I think he also just loves being a race car driver and wants to be world champion. And he'll go to the team that'll let him get that for as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing, I would like Williams to get their act together, but he's doing decently well, all things considered. And he is still the last winner to have won a race in Ferrari, So, I said driver. Would Ferrari be handling it differently if this legacy wasn't already secure, or does this make the team complacent? I mean, we can look at the fact that it's also happening with Charles. Charles is used to Ferrari shenanigans. I think Charles listens to strategy calls way less than Lewis is right now, because he knows better. I think that Charles could also be being fumbled by Ferrari. There's an issue with the car, clearly, that they may just not be. A lot of teams are not doing any work on the cars right now for the next two races, because obviously they've got a whole new car coming in 2026. Okay. But I'm loving this tea. Thank you. I love sharing tea. Carl seems like he's driving in the wrong generation or something. What do you mean by that? Like he's got an old school style, you're saying? Or like he's driving as if he's on a completely different grid? Like, what do you mean? Also, can you hear me? I feel like I'm so far from the mic, but I'm like comfy. Who's your pick for the best rookie this year? Ooh. Ollie's not, I know Ollie's not necessarily in the running, but he's not eligible, right? Because he raced too much last season. I mean, as much as I love Isaac, I think this is going to go to Kimi pretty easily. Like, I really do. I would have liked to have seen Gabby do better, but I really think this is very clearly Kimi. I feel like Isaac's been very consistent, which is why I would personally, like, between the two of them, I would like to give it to Isaac more. Just because, like, Isaac, yes, had got one podium and Kimi's gotten 3 now. But Isaac has consistently been very consistent in his most of the season, aside from, like, obviously the first race. And, you know, he's been in Q3 for many races and things like that. As far as consistency and, like, really finding his stride and staying with it, I would have to go with Isaac. I do think they would give it to Kimi, though. This mic is good when you're far away from it. Like, he would fit better in the 80s, maybe? Yeah, style-wise, I'm getting. Gotcha. So glad you got rid of the old mic. I got the cable finally for the other mic, but I'm just going to use that for filming the other videos, chat. So I'm going to set it up on the other computer when I get the chance. But I won't do that tonight because you guys won't be able to test the audio. So I'll play around with it. PowerPoint presentations to fight for Rookie of the Year. That's fair. Is truly building a car on Hamilton's driving style? No. Or are they still prioritizing their own historic approach over maximizing his strength? Yeah. No, the from the jumps, Sabrina, the problem with Lewis has said from like I think race two, when he was asked, what do you need to make this work? Like what has to change for this to work? And he says I would need a head transplant, like a brain transplant for him to be able to drive this car properly for it to be meshed. He fully thought he was going to get in this car and it was going to be like butter. It was going to be like he would figure out the car immediately. It would be symbiotic. It would be great. And that just hasn't been what happened because of how the car is laid out. And obviously Charles has more experience with this car. It's kind of it's honest to God, in my personal opinion, I think this is very similar to Max and Checo with the Red Bull in seasons past, where Max was just like, yeah, this is my, like, it was built around Max. And so then even when when there was issues with the car, he knew how to deal with them for the most part, even when he would complain the entire time and he would still put it on podium or win. Charles, same thing. He's put it on podium a few times. He's been in the points a few times. He's still complaining constantly. He's yelling at them constantly. He's on the radio bitching and moaning. Understandably so, because the car clearly has issues that aren't being fully addressed. So I truly think there's a lot. But like the car was also built around Charles specifically and Carlos, but mostly Charles. Let's be realistic. So they truly, it's the same thing in relation to Max and Checo, where and like Checo, and I don't like comparing Checo and Yuki because I do think it's two different situations, especially now with Lauren involved and everything like that. They're also fumbling. I'm really almost convinced they're not going to give Yuki a seat next year, which is a bummer. I also do think they're going to drop Liam though, so is what it is. Her? Who are we talking about, Sabrina? I have that feeling too. I hate it. What do you think the seats are going to? Well, Max is getting one of them, obviously. There's talk of them moving Isaac up to Red Bull, which I am worried about, but I do think he could rise to the occasion. And then I think I think they're likely to keep Liam or Yuki. And it's looking like they seem to like Yuki more, like from a perspective. So I can see them bringing Yuki back down to VCARB and then bringing Arvid Lindblad up with him. Arvid is already like cleared. Arvid's going to get the seat fully. I can't imagine them putting two rookies in the VCARB seats. I can't imagine that, especially with the new car coming in. I'm keep seeing Isaac at the junior team one more year, but maybe that's better me. I would agree keeping him there for another year, but they're going to move him up. Are getting seats. I think Yuki's, I think, there's a rumor that Yuki has been talking with people at IndyCar for a seat. But I honestly think Liam should be the one doing it, frankly. I feel so caught up. Free my man Hamilton. I meant Yuki, my bad. You're good. Is the Ferrari car somehow worse this season? It's super obvious, or am I imagining it? See, I think there's something wrong with the car that they have not addressed, or what is always possible is something was wrong with the car and they fixed something else and they thought that was the problem. These cars are so technical. These cars are so vast isn't the word. Complicated, complex. Let's go with that. So like you could fully be like, oh, the data is showing that this one floor plate that we had is not what's working. We need to fix this out. And it's a wing issue or it's a full power, like where you sort the power unit. Like it could be X amount of reasons. I think that because there was a lot of issues with Ferrari last season, strategy-wise specifically, and they were still putting it on podiums and getting race wins last year. And this year there's been not a single Ferrari win. None. So I do think that it's a car issue. I think it's a compounded issue with Lewis where he is not vibing with the overall setup and the car also has issues, you know. But also like Charles was on pole at one point this year. It fumbled, but like Charles was on pole. So like I think that further points to the issues that there's an issue with the car that Charles is dealing with and Lewis can't because he doesn't have the toolkit to deal with this car because he hasn't dealt with the previous versions of this car. You know what I'm saying? IndyCar is extremely straightforward, Kamika. If Yuki goes to IndyCar, it will be very easy. But we also do IndyCar watch-alongs. The plan is to do a Formula E watch-along in December, chat. We may have gotten special access to certain things, maybe. So we can talk a lot about Formula E. Man, because I loved Lewis Ferrari campaign too. He was fine AF in red. He looks very good in red. I can't imagine staying up all night racking my brain as an engineer throughout the entire season. Yeah. F2 another year, but I know they're not going to do it. I think they're definitely moving Arvid up. It'll be interesting. What's the standings for F2 currently, Han? I'm gonna pull up the F2 standings. Give me full names. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, hold on. My phone wants to be difficult. I don't know why they make it so hard for me to be able to read things. All right, driver standings. All right, it is, who is that? The way I don't know who this man is, and he is the top of the standings. I've never heard his name once. This is the problem. Leonardo Fornaroli. Okay, I have heard Leo. I've heard Fornaroli. Okay. God, they have not. I've heard no talk of him though. Like, not really. I've heard the name, but I've heard no talk about him. They also have a new Formula E car that's slightly different. The squeal is a little less, so I'm excited to see what it looks like on track. Leo is 20. God, these are babies. Okay, but Leo's the top of the standings right now. Right behind him is Jack Crawford, and Luke Browning is right behind him. Jack Crawford is going to be the reserve driver for Aston Martin next year, chat. So if he can win F2, that would be a big deal. He's pretty close. God, how many more races do they have? They got 2 more. Yeah, so they have Lusail and Yas Island. So, should be interesting. Could Luke... Oh, I guess Luke could do it, too. For sure could as well. Dunn, Marty. Yeah, Arvid is P7 currently. Oh. Over these races IRL, often to cover these races IRL. I go for Formula One, but I'm in Vegas quite a bit. I did Miami this year as well. They can't give Dorian a seat. F3 is full. Dorian will be getting, because they announced, hang on. What is it? Because last year it was a fully funded GB3 seat. So, yeah. GBC seat. Okay, what's the 2025? Let's see. $2025. Because I know they've said it, but I can't remember what it is. Okay. Dorian Penn secures 2025 title as Chambers takes P2. What are you gonna get? The race got off to a clean start. Okay, they're not gonna tell me what she gets. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you're gonna tell me what she went. She gets a seat. There is a seat. I woke up to the McLaren news and instantly saw the view. I stayed up till 2 in the morning to get that McLaren news. I know it's not a GB3 seat. Let me see. News and stories. Let me see. I'm looking. Who gets what? If Red Bull gave Yuki equal machinery to Sergio Perez, who do you think would come out on top across the full season? Ooh. I really don't know, honestly. What are they battling for? Who gets to be Max's teammate? Because I am curious how that would affect things. It was 6 a.m. here, and I crashed as soon as the champagne popped. If Red Bull gave Yuki Perez, in my honest opinion, I fell asleep after the race, but for some reason woke up a few hours later and was awake for the news. My brain sensed F1 drama. That happens to me sometimes. God, tell me, what did they get? What did she win? God, tell me. I know we've talked. They had to have talked about it. Let me go to the news. Hold on. Okay, hang on. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. Okay, that's not helpful, F1. Okay, hold on. I'll ask Marissa. She'll know. She might be in the movie. She's going to see Wicked. Can turn an Audi into something special. I mean, we'll see. I already hate the colors of the car, so like they're already in a negative for me right there. Because I'm gonna be sick of the cars all looking the same next season. They all look the same. They're all gonna look the same. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Oh. Okay. She thinks GB3, but nothing's been confirmed, apparently. So I'm sure we'll get something. Angel trees. I have not currently this season. I thought about it. But with my no buy year, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm looking for like a skimpy one, like a child asking for socks. So I may not participate this year just because I would like to be able to fully do the angel tree. So pluribus no. Let's look at semi-rake. Bye. Such a downgrade from the green. The green looked so good and it gave us variety, and I'm just annoyed. I learned this year that there's senior angel tunes for hospice patients. That's really cute. Like your keyboard sounds. Thank you. This is from Diana Soar, one of the viewers. She sent it to me. Everything is purple and then some green. What? Oh, hold on. Sorry. That's... Sorry, someone posted their photos from Vegas and they blurred out one of their friends' faces in the photo, and it's like, why did you do that? Does girly poop go? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you that, Emmanuel. You're definitely the only one. Let's see. Drama. I don't think it's drama because she's in the comment section, so I'm assuming she's fine with it. It's just a weird thing to do. Maybe her friend was like, oh, I don't like how I look in this. Can you blur me out or something? I don't know. Oop. Do you guys want spooky videos? Unless she doesn't want her face shown. Yeah. But no, she's another content creator, chat. Like this isn't like me bringing one of my like ordinary friends. Like this is another content creator who also was making content that weekend. I don't know why she did that. If I could do it, then why can't you? Get up and make it work. Ain't no way down. Was she at a Coldplay concert? No. So not like that CEO Jumbotron shot, no. No, it's just, you guys, I get what you're doing. But like, let's put it, let's say, okay, I have Yuki, so let's say I'm walking down a hallway and my friend is clearly walking with me and there's a good shot of me and she's right here. She's clearly all done up as well. And she blurred just her face. It's not an accidental blurring, chat, because there's another dude's face behind her that isn't blurred out. It's a very weird blur. It's very weird. Anyways, we're watching spooky videos because I can. Huzzah. One of the things that are none of my business, but I want to know, why did she blur her friend's face? Dude, I don't fucking know. Like I said, sometimes these motorsport creators are silly. And I'm like, why do you guys do what you do? Like, I don't, I'm old, not older than all of them, but I'm older than a few of them, where I'm just like, was I like this 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Was I like this? This seems weird. Did you still play the game with the jump scares? I tried, it wasn't working. Well, you're talking about it, so I guess it worked. I don't know if that's what the point was. Bubba's. Bubba's. All right. Did we not watch this one? I don't know.
On September 27th of 2024, a woman named Jalen immediately grabs her phone to record something on camera. It isn't often the case that this happens, but tonight it occurred once more. Jalen had been lying in bed while doing work on her laptop when something noticeable appeared from the corner of her eye.
Hermes.
Now, given that this incident took place at her grandparents' house,
why do we have
abundant
that?
with numerous vintage items, she finds it unsurprising that this happened. Some of these items, as she believes, could be cursed or haunted, but even if they...
Is my neighbor's dog barking? Hermes! Come here, Bubba's.
...weren't, she would still be afraid of coming back to this place, and it's all because of this incident.
Come here, Bubba's.
Following is her footage. Watch.
Hi. What are you doing? Are you okay? Oh, this thing. No, we're not doing this again. No. No. Nope. Do you know him? Okay. Do you know him?
This isn't your house, man.
Wait, was there a squatter? Wait, sorry, we're backing up. We're backing up.
But it's the following video from this whole series that has left viewers creeped out. This is what he caught.
Ayun. There is somebody in here.
Why would you use the front rooms? Hermes!
I know you're in there, man.
Hermes! Bubba's, come look at this spooky.
Hello?
Ah.
Police!
Fuck that. Police and you're not the police. Oh, you have a taser? I thought that was, you know what I thought it was? You know what I thought it was? I thought it was you know, when you check for an electrical current, I thought it was one of those. I didn't think it was a taser. I thought it was an electrical current checker, like to see if like a power line is active or anything like that. I don't know what it's called. Hermes, come here. Stop. Leave them alone. Come on. Come here. Come on. I think my neighbor's got a new dog, and I think Hermes hears him. A dosimeter, that might be it. Hermes, come here, Bubba's. No, dosimeter is for radiation. I'm not talking about radiation. Bubba's. Come on, Bubba's. I would like to thank this man for filming in landscape and not portrait mode. Thank you. Was he in the bathroom? Why are we not checking more doors?
What the hell?
Well, okay. Where was he? Oh, shut. Sorry. I'm hitting wrong buttons. Bro. Hey, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? I don't like how he looked like he was hobbling and yet he teleported.
She's in your house, man.
Bro.
This smells like shit.
It was seeing the door open by itself that spooked out Benji.
What it sounds like it did is the guy was trying to distract him so he could get out via a different door. So he like threw the door open so it would whack against the door. And then he went around the other side.
His first thought upon seeing him move was that the squatter was in there. But strangely, that wasn't the case. He
Yeah,
would
he was
eventually come to
fucking
the
with you.
conclusion that this was just a draft or a wind current that moved it.
No, the dude threw the door. The dude obviously threw the door.
But fast forward to only a week later, and Benji uploads a video that completely changes this notion. Benji is back at the house, ready to confront the person inside.
Why is he
Expecting a
in the
squatter,
house?
he grabs his phone to record them.
Why?
What he records, though, is a different type of encounter.
Oh, God.
Take a look.
Hello?
Hold on, I hear him. He's getting something. Bubba's, what is that? Is that your good? Is that the new bone? Okay, I got a new
Hello?
bones. Get a camera. Why are we doing this? It's the way he just. That'll do it. Don't come at me, bro. I have a taser. See? Brr, brr.
Hello?
Stop doing that. Turn on a light. Turn a light on. That's from you. Why'd you not do that first? Do you know what that was, chat? You're inside an empty home and you're walking through it weirdly. Giraffes move weirdly. There's no furniture to absorb any form of like airflow or block any airflow. Is this it? Is this all there is? If something else happens, I'll give it to him, but this is dumb. Why do you leave the doors open? Yeah. Someone peeks their head
It
out.
appears quickly, but if you slow the footage and zoom in, you'll notice a dark figure
That is
standing
weird.
inside
I did
this
see
room.
that, and I was like,
Although
that's...
briefly seen, Benji immediately spots it before taking a second look. But when he looks again, it's not there. It stands motionless for just a moment before disappearing
This
in an
one's silly.
instant. Even weirder is that the camera seems to be either glitching or picking up something unseen. All of this happens before, guess, it definitely wasn't a squatter.
It definitely wasn't a squatter. The first one clearly was a squatter, dude.
Living somewhere in Georgia, a woman named Felicia had caught footage of something that's left her shaken up ever since it's happened. Although having watched this video multiple times,
Yeah.
she still can't make sense of this footage.
Doggy.
In the video, Felicia is seen playing with her dog on her back
Felicia,
porch
I'm
before
assuming.
suddenly it happens.
What is the beeping? What happened? Let the dog in! Let the dog inside! Don't leave the dog outside with it! Yeah, I'd one too, what the fuck?
It's easy to miss the first time, but upon replaying the footage and amplifying the audio, you hear this. The
That
reason
would
behind
fuck with me.
Felicia's
I would-
fearful
that would-
reaction
I would-
is
that
now
would-
clear.
yeah.
A disembodied voice had spoken to her.
She's
Listening
good dog.
closely, it sounds as if it's saying, "Get out." Understandably, Felicia runs away in a panic frenzy. She leaves the door open for her dog, but for some reason, he doesn't want to go
Oh, the door
inside.
is open. She didn't
Even
lock
he
it.
is
You can
sensing
see the
something
blinds
unusual.
inside swinging
From
in
the
and out,
curtain behind
chat.
Felicia moving at the same time the voice is heard, to her dog being afraid of going inside, Felicia believes that this was paranormal. Now, no further clips have been posted by her, which only helps to make this incident a
Yeah,
total
Felicia,
mystery.
not Felicia. Felicia.
In the following video, a pair of teammates are passing a ball in front of a camera, showing audiences what they do before playing a match.
Okay.
It's Friday night.
I don't. That's usually not what that is. That's called a warm up. Bizarre Bub. That's showing the audience what they do. No, I think they're warming up for the game. What? What are we doing? Showing the audience what they do. Yeah, that's called the game they're about to play. They're warming up for the game. I'm sorry, we're playing it again, Chad. I'm so sorry. I gotta hear it again. It's funny.
In the following video, a pair of teammates are passing a ball in front of a camera, showing audiences what they do before playing a match. It's Friday.
A pair of teammates are passing a ball, showing the audience what they do before playing a match. You didn't identify a single... Like, passing a soccer ball for... You could say, I would accept soccer or football in this instance, you know? I would accept both. They're in Argentina, it looks like. So I'm assuming they go with football. An alien wrote this. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to stop using ChatGPT as like this was written by ChatGPT. We're going with an actual alien wrote this. That's what we're going with now.
Night at a soccer stadium, and both players are fully immersed in a small pre-game warm-up. But
Now
while
you-
both players pass
So you did know. Oh my God. He not acknowledges soccer. He acknowledges small pregame warm up. Why did we say that weird intro thesis statement? What was that? What was that, Bizarre Bub? What kind of game are you playing, Bub? What are we doing here?
the ball to each other, audiences noticed something unusual in this footage. It wasn't until someone made a video pointing out something in the background that people started rewatching the original to see if it was true.
What?
To their shock, it was. As both players passed the ball to each other, this is captured.
Okay.
And then when you get quicker, what tends to happen? More mistakes happen. But that is what development looks like. If you're cruising at a speed that's comfortable, yes, it looks good and it looks cleaner, but you're not going to get better. You have making mistakes here, and then you get to that level, and then you go again, and it's never ending. It's the same.
Now, the social media account that posted this video had no idea what was captured until tons of comments started coming in, mentioning the supposed ghost.
Have you guys never heard of a child not being where they're supposed to be? Like, what do you mean? That's a kid exploring. Are we serious? Are we serious?
It's recorded from a distance, but not so far that it's hard to make
That's
out
a
something
kid.
moving.
That's like a child.
Now,
That's
just
like a
to compare,
small boy.
there's a person standing up right here, and right across from them is a row of bleachers filled with people. Both are clearly recognizable as people, but this, even from the same distance,
That's a
is
weird
unrecognizable.
child, that's all.
It's
He's
clear
higher
that something
up.
is moving, but
That's
it's
a
not
kid.
obvious as to what exactly is being seen.
Are these seats or bleachers? Like, are they like rows? Because the kid could be running on top of the row itself.
While some speculate that this might be the spirit of a legendary soccer player running in the bleachers, others
Yeah, that's a kid. Okay. I've cracked it, chat. If it's bleacher seats like this, then the reason it looks weird is because it's a small child running on the seat, not through the aisle. So the height is really off, so it looks weird because their legs look wonky because they're running from this distance on the benches.
are quite baffled by it. With no comment or explanation given by the account that posted this video, the question remains unanswered. Just what exactly was caught on camera?
It's not shadowy because of the way the angle is. Look at how this is closer to them than this is. Look how clear they are. Look how unclear this man is. This is not shadowy. It's far away. This is an optical illusion. These are really far back. This is also clearly a bigger stand than this one is. You can tell by the way this is. So this is further back and probably at a different angle. So yes, it looks shadowy because whatever filmed this, probably an iPhone, is focused on the foreground. So this is out of focus. So it looks wonky. Roaming the stands. God. You guys are just going to always gaslight me, I feel like, with these videos.
Now, the following video comes from Virshini, a mother who lives in a quaint house where it seems that things have gotten very unsafe for her family.
All right.
Despite living in a safe neighborhood, it's the house itself that's been causing the most concern to Virshini. According to her, something is in this house, and it's messing with her family. From cabinets that are found open when no one had been inside the home, to her children seeing things in the dead of night. One can safely assume that the family has been put on
But if they
edge
found
ever
the guy
since
in those
moving in.
bleachers, his kid was
But
the
out of
shadow.
everyone, it's the baby who's been the most affected by this move.
Leave the
For some
bubba
reason,
alone.
something strange always happens inside the room. The following video is just one of many instances in which something inexplicable happens. But unlike other instances, this one has left the family pretty spooked. This is what they caught.
Are you adding music, bub? I'm trying to listen. The baby. Thank you for subscribing, Washington. You won the Swell Grand Prix. What? Alright, I'll give you that. That was weird. Well. Thank you for subscribing. Why is
Had
this
it not
such...
been for the baby monitor
Why are these rooms so empty? This feels set up because why does it feel so
inside
empty?
the room,
There's nothing on the
Virshini would not have
shelves.
known the source of the sudden
There's
noise.
very little on
She
the
searched the
stuff.
whole space, only to realize later that the noise had come from inside the dollhouse. But the source itself is what scares her. Moments before making a sound, the toy is seen hovering slightly off ground before being shot up into the air and making an audible clack.
Weird.
Virshini jumps up in response, as she later would when looking at the footage. Ever since then, she's taken safety measures to ensure this doesn't happen around her children. But still, the activity continues. Just like viewers, Virshini is left wondering how the toy moved and if there have been any other strange events in this room that weren't caught on camera.
That's it? That's the whole video?
On October 2nd of 2024, a live broadcast on a TV news network left many viewers who tuned in completely spooked. The footage captured during this live transmission had nothing to do with the news report that was being covered. In fact, it was so out of place that viewers had to rewatch the broadcast to confirm what they saw. Now thankfully, someone recorded the whole broadcast in question. Just like viewers, Shane was left creeped out upon seeing it. He replays the live stream and shows exactly what was caught. Watch.
Go ahead, Dad, play it. You'll see it starts in from up here, it comes down and does a swirl. It comes down and there's another one that pops in over here.
Is it a light? Is it a reflection?
Contributor at Foreign National. Pence, first your reaction.
Now rewind it in slow-mo.
Hermes. Why is it
Security
black?
advisor.
Bring it back, bro.
It's first your reaction.
What is it doing?
Now fast forward it in slow-mo, how you did it earlier.
Why did it?
'cause I can
Wait,
see
did they
it.
Now,
copyright
the
claim your
quality of
ass?
Shane's video isn't exactly HD, which makes it hard to tell what's being seen. But fortunately,
Do
another
you
viewer
ever
watching the same
feel
program recorded
like
the
a
incident.
plastic bag?
Take a look.
Yeah, that's a bat.
Having a closer look, one can see why many viewers replayed this exact moment on TV. It looks as if a dark, shadowy figure zips
It's
by.
dive bombing
While
and
the
then it
idea
flaps
of this
its
being a
wings.
bug has been thought of, many comments claim that
Do
it can't
you
be a
ever
bug, as it would
feel
have to be very
like
close
a
to the lens
plastic
for us to
bag
notice it.
drifting
This
through
figure,
the
whatever it might
wind,
be,
wanting
isn't
to
as
start
close.
again.
From thoughts of this being the Grim Reaper to the idea of this being a ghost, it's clear that viewers were spooked out of their minds. But whether ghost or not, I'll let you be the judge on what exactly was caught on camera. At around 11 p.m. on a Sunday night, a man quickly takes out his phone to record this exact spot shown on screen, where apparently something very strange happened.
Someone was walking by, bro, and they just disappeared when they got by the tree.
Someone or something had disappeared right in front of him, and he knows this for a fact, as he wasn't the only person to have seen this. Just like him, the man crossing the road had seen the figure vanish on the sidewalk. Having no other way of showing what just happened, the man continues to record in the hopes that it reappears. But as he films, this happens.
And she just disappeared in the sidewalk.
What just happened?
What the fuck? I know you guys didn't believe me, but somebody walking by. ¿Qué pasó, güey? Oh, güey, mira. Ahí va saliendo. What the? Mira.
Why is this filmed on a potato?
What the hell? Salió.
Drunk bird.
What the? What is that? ¿Qué es eso, güey?
It appears that the man had fled upon seeing what looks to be a dark, shadowy figure manifest out of nowhere. It
It's a
seemingly emerges
pissed off
out of the brick
raccoon.
wall as if somehow
Big
phasing through
raccoon.
it. But looking closely, that doesn't appear to be the case. They, or it, just suddenly appears like it was already there. Knowing for sure that nothing had been there, the man continues to record in total disbelief. What just happened, according to him, is something that can't be explained. Now, it's hard to say for sure if that's so, especially with no further context or additional footage. But like always, I'll let you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera? Or had something else been captured?
Something.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if
Nope.
there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Now, this last video was submitted to me by Hannah P, who caught something on camera that she can't seem to explain. It goes without saying, but what was captured has freaked her out to say the least. She had just finished eating dinner when suddenly she heard what sounded like a creaking noise coming from her staircase. No one else was home when this happened.
I want this house.
As Hannah scrolls on her phone,
My dream
this
staircase.
is captured.
Give me.
1, 2. I was invited because of lesbian geography, and we've been together almost ever since for 40 years.
What was your first impression of her after I broke up?
So exhausted.
Why does everyone have security cameras inside their home?
I was in blue jeans and a plaid watch and a big.
Does sound like a door opening. I guess it sounds kind of close to the camera. Girl, why are you bringing the dog with you?
Hello?
Yeah, fuck that.
Needless to say, Hannah has been left immensely terrified by this seemingly inexplicable incident. Somehow, a creaking noise is heard on the staircase, despite there being no one on the stairs. Her dog seems to notice this, given that he barks when the creaks are heard. But creepiest of all, the sound of charging footsteps descending the staircase and towards Hannah is caught on camera.
See, I'm an asshole. I would sit there and be like,
Hannah
come
has
at
had
me.
this
What are you
happen
gonna
to her
do?
more
Do
than
something.
once, which
Try
doesn't
it.
faze her as much as when it happened before. But like all incidents, this one has yet to be explained.
Why are
Just
we?
who or
I guess
what
that's the problem
was
with
running
living in a
down the
home like this.
staircase? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also,
All right.
if you haven't already done so, please subscribe.
So your options are Scary Comp 2023. Okay. 6 most disturbing forest encounters caught on camera from 9 hours ago from Wilderness Whispers. Or Scary Comp 2020, which I'm assuming is a lot of people assuming they saw things because they were stuck in their home and they were going insane. We also have Nuke's Top 5's 10 scary videos of ghosts. Wilderness Whispers. All right, let's do it. Remember, you think Bub's narration is annoying? The AI writing and narration in this video is always horrible.
A
I'm paying
woman
rent,
and
they
her
could at least
daughter
be
were
whimsy.
making their way home near a forest, and everything seemed completely normal. The streets were empty, probably because of the weather, and nothing felt out of the ordinary.
Probably.
They walked up the front alley, opened the door, and stepped inside.
Why'd they film it like
But
this?
something was behind them, something they definitely didn't expect. And the whole thing was caught on their Ring camera. Take a look.
This is
This
the
is
wilderness
so
then.
scary. Watch the guy in the red hat.
Ah, I hate this. This is why you gotta have your head in a swivel. Get inside, girl, get inside. Not the baby seeing the guy. Ah, get in the house, 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 get in the house. Ah, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, go away, go away. Ew, icky, icky, icky. That's so scary, I hate that. I hate that so much. He had a mask on! Ah! It's ah!
black mask was following them, hiding behind objects, so the woman
I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
Here is why, people. You should always lock the door behind you. Just imagine what could have happened if she didn't. That man clearly had other intentions, and
What the
honestly, if
fuck?
he only wanted to steal something, that would
That's
have been
not-
the better
no.
scenario.
That you wanted to steal the baby. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. Ah, look behind you. Oh my God. Jesus. What the fuck?
But I really don't think that's all he had in mind. It's sad to think that someone would see a mother with her child and still choose to act like this. There are a lot...
I'm going to say something dark, but you should know. Because they think you'll comply if you think your child will be safe if you do what they say. So that's why you always got to be vigilant when you have your children with you. And you got to lock your doors and shit. So it's dark, but that's could have been what was happening here.
lot of freaks out there, so never assume you're completely safe. Always stay aware.
Any victims you might
Always
have,
stay
yeah.
a bit skeptical. Sam is a guy who absolutely loves the outdoors. He's always stealth camping.
See, that was scary as shit, but like that's the thing. My other issue with Wilderness Whispers, they don't actually like sort out the video clips based off fear. That if these other ones are just like, uh-oh, there's wind, you know, I'm gonna be really freaked. I'm gonna be really upset because that was like really fucking scary.
In the most unusual places. I mean, this man camped on an abandoned train bridge.
Why'd
and
you
come
do
on,
that?
even on the roof of a McDonald's.
Why are we doing this?
He's awesome, and his videos
He's
are
awesome.
genuinely fun to watch. So definitely check him out. Anyway, in this particular video, he was out camping again. But this time, things took a pretty weird turn.
It's the first few days of November. It's like 42 degrees and sprinkling on and off today. We're here on the banks of the Allegheny River, and I have to decide if I want to buy this property or not. They have accepted my offer. Well, not formally, but they said they would accept it if I want to move forward. So don't tell them, but I'm going to camp here tonight and see if this feels like home. So we're going to camp here tonight, and I'm going to decide if this is going to be...
I think we've seen this dude before
the
where he was like,
land
I'm in the
that
middle of
I've
the
been looking
wilderness
to
and you can
purchase
hear
along the
traffic.
Allegheny
Oh,
River
maybe.
For the last 15 years, that's been my dream, and we're going to see if I want to make that dream a reality now or wait for something better.
No, fire
That says it
safety
all.
guy was a different dude. Fire safety guy was a different dude.
Beautiful fall day.
I'm fairly certain. Was fire safety dude not a Mexican man? Am I misremembering that? There's been a few fire safety issues. I remember fire safety man not being a white guy, but I also could be wrong. There was more than one. Both were in the same compilation. That might have been it. Be safe, people. Don't be. Yeah, don't. If you what? I mean,
The
I guess
time
I'll be.
has now
We'll see if he
changed,
makes
so
a
the days
fire
are
just in the
short.
leaves.
I'd say about 80% of the leaves are off the trees. Look at this view from this property, though. The beautiful Allegheny River.
While he was getting everything ready for the night, the sun slowly disappeared behind the trees. And that's when things started to
Tears.
change. He suddenly heard something that instantly triggered that danger feeling we all know too well.
Hermes, what are you doing? Oh, it's the neighbors.
Well,
I see him laying
and
down. We're good.
honestly,
It's okay,
it was
Bubba's. I
really
love you.
creepy.
Good boy. I can see him in the
There's a
reflection.
really up noise coming from the woods right now. It sounds like a woman screaming. I was sitting in my front seat with the heated seat on, warming up. It's been dark for a long time now, and it sounds like a woman screaming bloody murder.
All right. We have a couple of options, chat. Some people have guessed fox, owl. Could be wolves. I don't know where he's at, but it also could be wolves. Or, as he mentioned, who caught what he said, There's no leaves on the trees. They're mostly off the trees. When wind, he's saying it's cold. If he talks about the wind, when wind gets through certain pockets of trees, skinny trees like that, it can cause a like almost whistle sound that can sound like screams if you are at the right elevation of pitch.
Listen.
It's such a random, it's not long, it's not a human. It's definitely not a human because even the enhanced audio that Bub is using is very short bursts. It's not like a prolonged scream. Most people don't scream like a yelp as a scream, okay? Normally people scream, it's more pronounced. You are either shocked and you exclaim or you scream. That's a very prolonged experience. And it's a very short burst of sound. It's probably an owl or some type of fox.
Literally, I'm freaking out right now.
Why is it that dark for you, bro?
I don't know what the hell that was, but that has me.
If someone was being hurt, you would
terrified. I'm not lying. Literally. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't know what that was. It literally sounded. Hang on, let me get. I feel like I'm being watched right now. This isn't even funny. I was on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna lock these doors.
What are you doing? Come here.
Hang on a second.
That's spooky.
It sounded like somebody was screaming bloody murder. It sounded
No.
like...
Screaming bloody murder, you know exactly what that sounds like. That's a very prolonged, guttural scream. Like, I don't want to die screams. Even the enhanced audio that was being played was very short burst. That's not a bloody murder. Is that a TikTok?
It sounded like a woman was being tortured or beaten.
No, that's a very okay.
Hey, Bubbles. I love you. You're the baby boy. You gonna lay down? Lay down. Settle down. Go lay down. I love you.
I was on the phone with Jessica, and I kept hearing it. And I opened my door.
Lay down, Bubbles.
And it got more severe. Like, it was more blood curdling. And I literally told her, as I'm picking up the camera to start recording, I said, let me call you right back. And I opened the door, and it was really loud, and it sounded really close.
That was 100% a scream. He instantly froze, completely freaked out, but still tried calling back. Just to see if
I said Bub, it was Wilderness. I definitely called Wilderness Bub earlier.
Would
lay
respond.
down, Bubbles. Hello.
Hello? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Hello.
No one responded, and that's when he knew it was best to leave.
Are you okay?
But as he was packing up, he couldn't stop thinking about those screams. What if it really was a woman? Maybe someone hurt, kidnapped, or trying to get help. So he did the right thing. He called the police and let them know what he heard, so they could send units to check the area and make sure no one was in danger.
I don't have the exact address. I'm in...
Griffin.
Yeah, hi. I'm out in... I was out camping, and I heard, I believe it was a woman screaming in great distress.
I love you.
So Where are you, Sam?
I drove back
Road. How far did you travel?
probably a mile
Big
and maybe a little
stretch.
more.
Hi. Oh.
Okay, and then you
Wanna come
heard
up?
yelling
Wanna come up?
coming from the Allegheny River is there. Do you think somebody along the riverbank?
I don't know. It sounded up, and I was on the phone with my wife with the windows up and the heat on, and I heard a woman screaming, and then I turned the heat up.
What was she screaming?
Just bloody murder.
Okay, so I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna meet you. You're at the act. We'll send somebody down to speak with you, then you can show them where you were. Okay?
Okay. I appreciate it.
I think.
Thanks. This is the first road right there on the right. There's a property for sale. Truck camping up there because I'm supposed to let them know tomorrow if I want to buy it. And I all of a sudden heard this blood-curdling scream like 50 times. That's fine.
Yeah. Did they go to a random house?
I'm just gonna stay here with my light.
Look, was it really a woman somewhere out there who needed help? I honestly don't know. It could have been a mountain lion. Those things are famous for their calls that almost perfectly mimic a woman screaming. But do we know 100% that it was a mountain lion? No, and that's exactly why calling the police was the best thing he could have done. Because, let's be real, it's better to have someone go check and find nothing than to ignore it and leave a situation hanging, especially if there was someone in danger on the other end. It was a remote area at night, so yeah, there were many possibilities. Sam did everything he possibly could in that moment. So yeah,
It's soda,
let me
not
know
sugar.
what you guys
Hello.
think about
Hello.
this.
What?
401 Files is a channel dedicated to real investigations into the unexplained. He goes to...
Sorry, 401 files instead of 401. 401 is what they're called. 401 files. It's about people that go missing in national parks. Missing 401, missing 404, things like that. I'm assuming 401 is nothing. Hi, I love you so much. You're such a little baby.
to locations known for strange sightings and weird happenings, trying
It's
to
AI.
understand why these stories exist in the first place.
Like that,
And as
like
he
women.
always
Mhm.
says, his channel isn't about entertainment.
What are you doing?
It's about
Why are we huffing?
evidence, exploration,
You're
and
being
asking
crazy.
the questions most people won't.
What are you doing?
His videos are
What are you doing?
genuinely fascinating, even
Do you
if
wanna win
some
the Swole
things
Grand
are
Prix?
hard to
Win
believe
the
at
Swole
first.
Grand Prix.
In this
Win the Swole
particular
Grand Prix.
episode, he
Arr.
shares footage from a
Arr.
camping trip he took a month ago, where he encountered something he still can't explain. So he went back to the exact same spot, completely alone, to see if the sounds would happen again. And well, here's what he captured.
Good boy. Come here. Do you want to come up? No? What do you want?
All right, let's hear it. Is that a moose? .404. That's 403. That's music or something. It's a speaker?
What is that?
Speaker?
Stop it.
Look, I don't care if that could have been an animal or literally anything else. Do you know how fast I would have run out of that forest? Are you kidding me? I would have just assumed it was Bigfoot and lived with that for the rest of my life. But him, he actually went back there trying to figure out what it was. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what his channel is about, but still, that takes a different level of courage.
Microphone is that I can detach myself from the camera. They say that when they look at their friend's face, maybe it's their friend that's seen this creature first. You know,
What?
what the hell? Jesus. Lily, come. Lily, come.
Lily,
You
get
guys
over
see
there.
that? What the hell? A rabbit just literally ran.
What?
I thought it was Lily at first. Nearly jumped.
I'm gonna
into
get
the
you.
lap.
Unfortunately, or should I say, fortunately, he didn't encounter anything this time. But let's go back to that first clip.
He's
What
being
even was
silly.
that? What could have made that sound?
No, the voice sucks.
I saw some comments saying it might have been some kind of deer, but I don't know. Even if that's true, forests are full of noises that would scare the heck out of most of us. And I'm not talking about those people who say, what's there to be scared of? It's just an animal. Nope. New campers or people just starting to experience the woods don't know all the sounds. And hearing something
Don't
like
know
that
all
in
the
real life
sounds.
could give them nightmares
you?
for days.
You don't get your #1 camping card until you know all the sounds.
Now, let me know what you think about this encounter in the comments. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like button if you're enjoying it. And the subscribe one too if you want more. The merch is out now, so be sure to check it out if something catches your eye. New collections are coming in December. Oh, don't forget to hype it up.
Hype it up.
On April 21st, 2020, a channel named Tyler B uploaded a video that really freaked out viewers. In this particular clip, we see Tyler with someone who we can assume is a friend, somewhere on a trail in dark woods. He starts recording after hearing something behind them, and you can actually hear them saying, "Something's over there, but we can't really see anything." Or do we?
Hello.
Dude, did you hear that? Come on, let's keep going.
Okay, we're going back.
No, going in further. Something's over there.
If you look close enough, you can actually spot a dark figure moving,
Oh my
almost like
God.
it was gliding. They didn't notice it in the moment, but later, when they watched the footage back, they were shocked. They posted it on YouTube, of course, and people immediately began analyzing the video. From what I can tell, their reaction felt genuine. They sounded actually scared, and nothing about their tone made me think they were faking anything. When someone commented,
"Looks like it could just be a person, though,"
Tyler replied,
"I highly doubt it was a person. We didn't hear anything moving around while it was moving."
And honestly, he's right. We can't hear anything in the video.
Obviously,
either.
he's right.
No
Uses
footsteps, no
man
branches
looking
snapping,
pensively outside
nothing.
of window.
So now the question remains, what was actually out there? Did they capture something paranormal? Or was it somehow just a person moving through the woods in complete silence? Let me know what you think. In this video, a group of friends drives down Clinton Road at night, a lonely, twisting stretch of asphalt surrounded by dark woods and silent lakes.
Yeah.
With no streetlights, almost no houses,
If you know
and
the
miles
woods well
of
enough, you
eerie
can
isolation,
get around without
the
being
road's
heard.
haunted reputation hangs in the air.
The Druid.
Thinking they are completely
Druidic
alone,
temple.
the kids start goofing off. One of them even gets out and dances in front of the car.
Yeah,
but
I
then
don't
their
trust people
laughter
enough for
turns
that.
to panic. You can hear their voices in distress as a car approaches, and what happens next makes this footage truly bizarre.
Tim. John. Tim, in the woods. No, you gotta film in the woods. We're gonna do it. Car! Car! Oh my god, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. Go. Wow, he is coming really fast. All we saw was like a streak of blue, and then all of a sudden you saw the headlights. This is the car that up our moment. We're pretty pissed at this point. What is this? Oh my god, they turned off their lights. They're blinking their lights at us. They're calling for help, John. Oh my god, they turned them off again. Now they turned them back on. Oh my god, I'm flipping. That's it. I'm flipping. I'm flipping. I am rolling tape. I am rolling tape. I am rolling tape. I am rolling tape. Are you still flashing? Yeah, they are.
Is it zoom? It's a gaining on them? They're laughing.
Shut up!
Now, one of the most well-known stories about this road, and the one that really made it famous for being haunted, is the legend of the Phantom Car. Apparently, there's this urban tale about a phantom gang member who drives down the road with their headlights off, following any car they come across. It's said that if they flash their lights at you and you flash yours back, that's it. The gang member will start chasing you, catch up to you, and shoot and kill you.
Yeah,
Now,
that's like a gang
hearing
thing.
the girls cry in this video honestly made me think this could have been real. I'm not saying that car was actually a phantom, but it could have been some people who know the legend and decided to prank the kids. Whether they truly ran into the so-called phantom car or just a bunch of pranksters, we don't know. But either way, encountering something like that would be scary as hell. Two friends were speeding through a forest trail on their motorbikes, enjoying the thrill of knowing the trail was empty. But then, as they weaved between the trees, they came across something completely unexpected. If you got here, comment the word explore.
Ти види това? Добър сто на сима, идиот. Мамо и Ама аз като
Sorry, I looked away.
поръчила постигна. Те си издържам, стари, те наравно.
Oh shit, booby trap.
What the fuck is this?
That is dangerous as shit.
What this shit, man? Dobro mes da je uzeo, stari. A misleš da bi pokričio policija? Pa najbolj to ni ilegalno, a ne, pa
No, booby traps, depending on
They
the country.
narrowly
Well,
avoided it. A steel
depending on the
cable
country,
stretched tightly between
it
two trees.
can be illegal.
And this isn't something new, unfortunately. There have been multiple cases where bikers and motorcyclists were seriously injured or even killed because of traps like these. At high speeds, a wire like that can cause devastating injuries and, in the worst cases, can even be deadly. People who set these things up are usually just angry about others riding on their land, or who knows what they're thinking. But honestly, this is straight-up attempted murder, in my opinion. There's absolutely no
There are booby trap
justification for
laws.
putting someone's
You
life
can't
at
do
risk
booby
like
traps,
that.
even if it's
Land
on your
isn't
property,
more valuable
technically.
than a human life. Thankfully, there have been cases where people doing this were caught and arrested. The creator removed the wire and put it safely aside to prevent anyone else from getting hurt, because that could have ended horribly for the next rider. That's it for today. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to subscribe.
All right, I'm sorry.
and hit the
No, see, these. I'm fine with this one being last. I would have put the doorbell footage last, either before or after this one. Everything else sucked. All right, we got okay. Scariest real videos of 10 years from 2 days ago from Nuke's Top 5. So we're watching.
Now, despite the name of this video, I would never tell you that these are 100% quote real ghost videos, but they are the most convincing, most compelling.
All right.
and
As a skeptic and a nosy person, I'm intrigued. Nuke, you got me. You got me, Nuke. Good intro. I will debunk these because I'm an asshole.
hardest to explain paranormal videos that I've seen in the last 10 years of doing this channel. But as always, you decide.
So I may have seen some of
Highway
these then.
5 Ghost Girl. This next video, posted to Reddit by Lil Goth Doll, was recorded from a monitor
Lil Goth Doll.
and screen capped on a phone before it finally made its way to the internet. So it's a bit potato quality.
Oh.
Nevertheless, the video is chilling.
All right.
It was pulled from the dashcam feed of two truck drivers after a frightening incident.
Sorry, I heard noises.
So, one night 2 truck drivers are driving on Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama, when they get the scare of a lifetime.
Oh yeah, I don't think we saw the reverse footage.
The panic-stricken truck drivers believe that they have just run over a young girl. They pull over and call 911, but when they check the highway and the surrounding area along with arriving police, they don't find anything or anyone.
It sounds like they hit
there.
someone.
After the truck drivers request a viewing of the footage recorded that night on Highway 5, they are shocked. Just
They
as they
both
thought,
see it.
there is in fact a girl in a long dress walking across the road, seemingly getting hit by their truck. The 2 guys later find out that there's a well-known ghost story about this road, Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama.
It sounded like they
The
hit
story
something.
goes that 10 years ago on a rainy night, a teenage girl on her way home from her high school prom lost her life on the road after being hit by an 18-wheeler. So could it be that these truck drivers captured the prom dress ghost of Highway 5? Either way, their reactions say that they saw the truck hit something. But as always, you decide. The Feline Grim Reaper. Oscar the cat was adopted by the Steerhouse Nursing Home in Rhode Island when he was just a kitten, along with 5 other cats. The idea was that the 6 cats could provide companionship and comfort for the nursing home residents.
It's a creepy video.
However, the staff soon noticed that Oscar was not quite as friendly as the other cats.
Kitty.
Oscar is not always the friendliest cat. He's not friendly to, he can be bribed like many animals.
Can be bribed.
But he is not a cat that will spend quality time with residents on the ward.
But the staff did begin to notice that Oscar did show a special interest in certain patients. The cat would go into the room of particular nursing home residents and curl up at the foot of their beds.
Is that when they're gonna die?
Within 2 to 4 hours,
Is he
the patients
the death
would
cat?
pass away. After
he
the
a
patient
death
was
cat?
deceased, Oscar would leave the room as quietly as he had entered.
He will only go and stay with patients that are about to die. He will leave rooms, for example, when patients are not.
This is, I do believe there are animals that can sense things. There's a lot of stories of animals, specifically dogs, actively sensing cancer in their owners. And like biting them in spots, and then when they go and get the bite checked out, they find out that there was cancer, like literally around where the dog bit. And so like Lisa's dog, Rosie, who is now my dad's dog, she definitely knew when it was gonna happen with Lisa passing. So I don't think like this cat has divine powers. I think cats and dogs can sometimes just like sense when bodily things are shutting down, especially in a place like an old folks home, you know, or in a hospital. So it is, I do find it very sweet that a cat that is not friendly seeks to provide comfort in, you know, people that are about to pass. It's very sweet. Do I think this is like an angel and a cat? Not necessarily, you know. Cat being with people who are dying does not mean a cat is causing death. Oh no, I'm not saying a cat is causing death. I'm not saying that at all. I think that animals have a tendency to sense things that humans like. I think animals can smell death. Animals can obviously smell things shutting down. Even though humans can't perceive things like our organs shutting down all the time or smell that in another person, animals can, you know. Sent to our animals to register an alert when when something is coming. My late SD alerted me to seizures. Yeah. The myth of cats stealing baby souls comes from cats hanging around the bodies of infants who had already passed.
Not close, even though we might perceive them to be close.
If Oscar was removed from a patient's room and the door was closed, he would pace outside, meowing to be let back in.
Oh, he wants to be. That's really sweet, actually.
Outside the closed door, which that is really something to say.
Even creepier.
It's not
Oscar
creepy. Be nice,
has
Nuke.
never been wrong.
He's been
Be
pretty
nice
accurate.
to him, Nuke.
I know actually of no event where he wasn't at the bedside.
Now, usually in these videos, I'll ask you if you think a story is real or fake.
My chat is so funny because some of you are like me and you're like really hyper rational. Like, I do believe there are things out there that we can't explain. I just often think a lot of these videos are people not understanding how cameras work. And then, like, we have some of you, you've got cats are known portals to other dimensional realities. This is why they tolerate us. We've got Seppuku, who said over 100 billion people have died. If there are ghosts, there would be shit everywhere. Cats hate closed doors, you know. Like, we're all over the place here.
There's no disputing this one. It's 100% real. Oscar the Cat's amazing ability to predict the demise of patients was chronicled in 2007 in the New England Journal of Medicine.
That's
after
crazy.
he had accurately predicted the passing of over 25 patients. Since the publishing of that article, Oscar has now predicted the passing of over 100 patients.
Oscar is Mothman.
So the real
confirmed.
question is, how does he do it? Is it ESP or some supernatural ability? Is it something paranormal? You decide. The Thing in the Tunnel. This next video is from Nuke's Top 5 viewer Sophie, who sent this exclusively to me, never posted it on social media of any kind, and never even asked for credit.
I can go with
She
Oscar.
says that her friend Laura recorded this in an abandoned railway tunnel in Hassel, Germany.
They're in an
the
old
tunnel was
folks'
built in
home, so I
1890
think
and it
it's-
was used.
It's a residence home, which usually means they are elderly. So it's probably like various bodily functions shutting down from old age.
Extensively by German troops during World War II.
I may have seen this one.
So,
Let's see.
while on a weekend trip, Laura checks out the historic old abandoned rail tunnel. She's recording with her phone
is this
when she
the
captures
arm?
what
Oh yeah,
is
this
maybe
thing. This
one
thing.
of the weirdest clips I've
It's
ever
so
seen.
weird because
Check it out.
your eyes want to go to another thing and then something else comes up. It's so creepy. Unless it's like a fucked up rat, I really don't know what it would be. 'Cause I was looking. So when I first saw this footage, chat, I saw this and I was focusing on this. So I missed this thing initially. I mean, smart
Something
thing. Get the
pale
fuck out
and
of there.
thin can be seen rising up from the tracks in front of Laura on what looks like a thin little arm. As for Laura, she gets one look at the disturbing
fucked up?
thing and just turns and makes a run for it. Now, watching this clip over and over, I honestly have
I don't think it's edited. I
idea
think I'm just
what
like, what the
this
fuck is that?
It looks like
Head
maybe
crab. Now you're gonna make me look
hairless
up a head
torso
crab.
with two skinny arms, getting up in a very unnatural way. Maybe it's an animal. Maybe it's a very weird-looking person. I just
From the game
don't
series.
know.
Fucking
So,
Omen,
tell
I
me
thought
what
you
you
were
think
like
this
saying
is
like a
down
legitimate
in the
animal.
comments.
It's a video
Someone
game character.
watching over.
It's a video
Nuke's
game
Top 5 viewer
species.
who wishes to remain anonymous.
Gaming
Let's
reference,
just call
yeah.
him or her Alex for the sake of the video. Email me about a CCTV recording captured at an undisclosed sleep lab during a sleep apnea test. Alex says that a coworker was monitoring a widowed female patient.
There was a time where I wanted to do this because I was getting I get night terrors from time to time, chat. I used to sleepwalk, so I was debating doing this at one point because I was getting to an age where I was like, something neurologically might be wrong with me. Eventually I did grow out of it, it seems. Still get some bad nightmares, but I usually don't sleepwalk anymore. I get severe night terrors. But sometimes you got to do sleep studies to like figure, because it's like, it could be something else. It could be like your mind is wandering because you can't get accurate oxygen to your lungs, you know?
Sleep. And then this happened.
I'm going to start recording. Oh my god.
What is it?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
What is it?
Yes.
I can't see anything.
Now, to get a better understanding of what is going on, a bit of explanation is necessary. So the squiggly lines that can be seen at the bottom of the screen indicate that the woman has stopped breathing during her sleep. The mysterious pale figure then appears to reach out to wake the woman, after which she begins to breathe again. Alex believes the apparition might have been the patient's deceased husband, still carefully watching over her from beyond the grave. But what do you think this strange pale shape could be? Let me know down in the comments.
I mean, the timing is weird.
Oh my god.
It's around the same time that she flips over. I'll give them that. That is creepy.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes. It's gone now.
The Watts house. The strange events at the Watts family home in Colorado might be one of the most reliably documented hauntings of all time, because every piece of paranormal evidence comes from footage recorded directly by policemen on their body cams.
Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house, make yourself known!
So Shanann Watts and her daughter Bella and Cece lost their lives under absolutely horrible
I've
circumstances,
seen this.
all at the hands of husband and father Chris Watts.
I hate this case.
In fact,
I hate this case so much, chat. He's a dirtbag. And one of the main reasons that God, one of like the easiest ways for me to like, if you watch, cause she had a YouTube channel, chat. I think, I don't know if it's been taken down or not, or she was posting Facebook videos. And there are so many videos where you can tell she just like thinks they're so in love and they're so happy. And you can tell he just fucking hates her. And it's so hard to watch, especially when you know what that ended up happening. He was already cheating on her, but then she got pregnant and she had wanted another child. And the pregnancy announcement video is one of the ones I think about a lot. Because she's so excited to tell him, and it's like a cake or something, and the kids are there, and she's like, "Isn't it great?" And he goes, "You always get what you want," or something like that. Like it's just so like dismissive and monotone. It's so fucked up. I hate him. I hope he rots in hell. And I take a little solace in this clip because you can argue that with these clips. But I personally take comfort in the thought of him being haunted by his deceased daughters that he murdered. So I take comfort in that fact. I do hope they make his life a living hell. So I take comfort in that.
Details of the case are so grim that I'm not going to go into them here.
Fuck you, don't cry.
If you want to read the full story, you can simply Google the Watts family. In this video, two women from the police K-9 unit go through the Watts house to investigate the strange disappearance. Obviously, this video was recorded before the tragic fate of Shanann and her children were known. This footage is 100% real.
Babies.
It is documented police video captured by one of the investigators' body camera. So shortly after entering the house, they catch some strange video on the stairs.
Smells like cleaning.
I think that's the light. I think that's the light of the... That's the light of the going through the... So, I'll back it up. You can see it a little bit. Pause it. Yeah. So, there's another railing back here, chat. You can see it. There's a white railing, probably like a baby gate or something. And then this slats, it looks, because of the way the camera is, it looks like someone's running down the stairs. It's just the angle. It's just, that's all it is. You see this from time to time with like two different vertical lines, like at a different frequency. It looks like someone's going down the stairs, but it's literally just where the camera can see the lines passing. Yeah.
Many viewers believe this looks like a quick glimpse of a childlike apparition descending the stairs, but it could just be a video glitch. But then the policewoman begins to catch multiple strange and unusually clear EVPs on her body cam.
So there's your attic access right there. So there's your attic access right there.
But strangest of all, while investigating an upstairs closet, the officers actually hear something.
Oh yeah, the shoes. She was in like one of those. I think she was in the shoe MLM. She was in one of the MLMs. The shoe wall makes sense because she was like in an MLM.
That seems to spook them.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The unexplained voice of a giggling child can be heard, but there's absolutely no explanation for where the sound came from. The canine officer is so spooked, she asks the other officer to check it out.
Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Wow.
Wow.
Go in there and step on
There's an
that
MLM
little
for everything.
thing and see if that's where that noise came from.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
It might. It sort of sounds like it.
Something. There was a. I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I did.
Sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it? Or a kid.
It did.
That was strange. Well, we'll make a note of that.
I heard it. I definitely heard the same thing you did.
Yeah, and then he just sort of turned around.
So is the Watts house haunted by the unsettled spirits of Shanann and her daughters? Or are these simply...
I think this works because they hadn't as well, like for this footage, they react to that. The others they don't react to. But also, because they started checking all the toys. They started like playing the toys to see if any of them would make like a laughing sound like that. But at this point in time, yeah, I think the dates, they hadn't found the girls' bodies yet. They hadn't found any of their bodies because they didn't find them. Chris had to tell them where they were. And it sounds like with where they were, they may not have ever found them if he hadn't have confessed. So like they didn't even they knew they were missing. They did not know they were dead at this time.
random, seemingly very clear noises? What do you think? It's cold outside, but you can keep warm in some all-new Nukes Top 5 merch. Now, of course, we have t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, but we also have blankets, pillows, and long sleeves. We've even got
the
stockings.
Graphic design is my
and
passion.
Wrapping paper. Anyway, shipping is free, and be sure to order by December 10th to get delivery before Christmas. Go to nukestop5.com to shop now. Or, you know,
Find them, they
like,
wouldn't have
whenever you
if you
feel
hadn't
like it.
broken.
Maybe after the video.
I think him finding out that they had gone to his girlfriend, also, she knew something. I full-heartedly believe that, because she started looking things up around the same time that he was, like, can X happen? Like, she had some suspicious Google searches.
Guardian Angel. A shopkeeper in Adana, Turkey was closing up for the night, bringing in his store's produce and other items from the sidewalk outside his store. Little did he know that he was in imminent danger. Luckily, a very mysterious stranger was there to look out for him. Watch this unexplained clip very closely.
Oh. I thought the dude was gonna stab him.
Notice that the man who taps the shopkeeper's shoulder doesn't even look back or seem to see the oncoming
No,
truck.
he looks.
The vehicle
He looks
actually
at him.
turns onto the street while his back is turned.
Tak şu noktada açıldı kapı.
Yani adamın kapağı görmüş olma ihtimali var mı?
Bence hiç zannetmiyorum. Ben sonradan gördüm bu kapağı. Zaten kamerada da gördüğü gibi.
The shopkeeper says that he looked around after the incident, but the man seemed to have mysteriously vanished.
That's I'll
just
give
how
them
did
that.
this
That's a
strange
good
man seemingly
clip.
predict the
Very cut and
accident that
dry.
was about to happen
There's no
and warn the
cuts, there's no
shopkeeper.
zooms.
Ama o adam nereden gördü arabanın kapağını dikkat etti de bana işaret etti.
You guys, I don't know what to tell you. These voices suck. A lot of them are voiceovers, or a lot of them were originally voiceovers, and then got trained. They trained an AI, and then now use the AI for voices. I don't know what to tell you.
O gitti. Adam sonradan da kayboldu gitti yani. Adam nereye gitti?
Where did he go?
Adam tanıyor musunuz?
Yok tanımıyorum.
No, I don't.
Even if this video was all set up and a fake.
You know what? This is what I want my guardian angel to look like. A short man in like a bit of an oversized suit, black suit, just kind of like he's annoyed that he has to help me. Like, Like, I kind of want that. Why did it mute?
Love to hear any theories you guys might have.
And that
So
is
let
like
me
a
know
really
down in
narrow
the
miss.
comments.
That is crazy.
The Seance Witch. Paranormal investigator Brad Mack and his team are investigating a place called The Cage in a little town called St. Osyth in England. The site has a very dark history. Starting in the year 1582, this building was used as a prison, but not just any prison. The jail was used to confine and execute women convicted of witchcraft. Brian Mack says that during their paranormal investigation, his team heard strange footsteps and whispers. They saw lights flicker for no reason, and they even felt something bite or pinch them on several occasions. One member of their team named Vanessa was so shaken up that she absolutely refused to stay in the building after dark. But the most bizarre incident was yet to come. Late that night, the group decided to perform a seance to contact the ghosts of the convicted women who had died there.
Yeah, that's always a good
As
idea.
Brian Mack watched and recorded from another room, he saw something very strange happen to a woman in the group.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please.
What changed?
Face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
I do think it's a camera
One seance
glitch.
member's face actually begins to change and contort into something that can only be described as horrific.
That is weird.
Her
I'll give you
nose
that.
seems to grow and her mouth stretches into a bizarre inhuman grin right in front of the camera. Fearing for the woman's safety, they call down and remove her from the group. After the seance, the woman has a strange burn mark down the back of her neck, even though she had been
That's not
dressed
a-
in several layers of
That doesn't
clothing.
look like a burn mark.
She later said that after the incident, she experienced horrible nightmares and bizarre occurrences
That's a
around her
lighting.
home.
Do you guys know how bad I look in certain lighting? I look insane. When there's like a weird light source or a dark light source. You know what the true equalizer is? A checkout camera. That'll get you. That'll make you feel like, wow, this is diabolical.
So was this some supernatural possession by a ghost caught on camera?
No, I think she's just
Or
talking
just
and
a
her
trick
lights
of
are
the
bringing
light?
up other.
Let me know what you think down in the
Nuke, it's a
comments.
trick of a light.
Quem tá chamando? É na casa?
But no one is calling her name. In fact, she is all alone until one of her roommates walks outside.
Ah, vem cá. É você que tá chamando? É. Ai, que susto. Ainda bem que você chamou. Desculpa. Eu acho que você tá muito bem, não.
Posso ter morando? O quê?
Eu tava aqui lavando roupa, né? Aí de repente ela levantou. Quem tá me chamando? Quem tá me chamando? Da produção? Quem tá me chamando? Aí, como disse quem tá me chamando, aí eu chamei.
I think it's you normally don't want to hear it.
Ela, oi.
I mean, but I hear things all the time. Like I, if I'm in a business, like I did this a few times when I was in Vegas, because my dad would be walking ahead of me, and I'd be like, "Sorry, what was that?" Because I thought he had said something, and I missed it, and he's like, "I didn't say anything." You know, I don't think it's that. I don't think this is that scary.
Eu era. Eu não era. Aí ela, ai, que estranho, porque eu confundi sua voz com a voz da minha irmã. Parecia que era minha irmã que tava me chamando.
Now, this is where things get very weird. The roommate says that Sita thought the voice calling her name was her sister's. Just a few minutes later, and Sita is called into the production room by the Big Brother executives. She finds out
This
that
is Big Brother.
unfortunately, her very sick sister Gloria has just passed away.
Oh, that would fuck me up. Oh God. Oh. Oh, that would. Okay, they got me. They got me. They got me. They got me. Oh. Cause you hear some. Oh, they got me. She was already sick, yeah. Sister was already sick. No, the music sucks. I hate when they do the music.
What you think? The end of the road. Popular Guatemalan news reporter Vivian Vasquez is driving in traffic on her way to work to report the early morning news. But she will never make it to the news station because Vivian herself becomes the tragic subject of the morning news when her lifeless body is discovered in a horrible car accident.
Jesus.
Her family, co-workers, and fans are shocked and saddened when they hear of her sudden tragic passing. Guatemalan traffic police show up on the scene and record footage of the wreckage as evidence.
That's the broadcast.
But after the video is released to the public, mourning viewers and fans all hear something in the footage that is absolutely
I don't know why it's doing
chilling.
that. I'm sorry.
And this time, did you hear it? The anguished voice of a woman can be heard crying out in Spanish, "What did you do to me?" When watching the footage, it becomes clear that it makes no sense for anyone present at the site of the accident to be screaming, "What did you do to me?" Vivian's loyal fans believe that it was her anguished spirit crying out from beyond the grave. To this day, the Guatemalan authorities have not found the cause of Vivian's accident. Even stranger, Vivian's cell phone was never returned to her family, and no one knows why. So just what happened to Vivian Vasquez? And what are your thoughts on this bizarre and tragic recording? Let me know down below. A cry for help. This video was posted to Reddit by user Unknown Truth. He says that his friend's wife had a very odd experience one day as she walked outside to do laundry. The strange incident was caught on their Ring doorbell camera. The woman hears some strange voice, and it's not coming from the Ring camera speaker. In fact, she checks closely, and the voice is coming from the wall to her side. So I boosted the audio on this clip, and just take a listen.
I don't like that.
Some strange voice in the wall seems to be crying out for help. The woman is so freaked out that she goes inside and actually calls the police.
I would probably do the same.
I didn't see anybody out on the road or any cars or anything. So I went back to my Ring video to make sure I wasn't just courageously hearing something.
I can hear somebody saying something, but I can't.
Well, I posted it on there.
The police search the premises, but
it's creepy.
There's no one there, in the wall or elsewhere.
Well, you know,
So
it
just-
sounds like at the very least it could be some. Let's say hypothetically it's not someone nearby and it's someone hacking the Ring doorbell. You'd want to flag it. You'd want to contact someone. You know, you don't know what it is. It sounds like someone asking for help. You don't know what it is. You should call someone. A non-emergency line should be fine if you don't feel like you're in immediate danger. but you would want a record of it in case someone comes and attacks you later, you know, or someone else gets a report of something similar.
What is this strange disembodied voice that seems to be begging for help?
Yeah, someone sounds like they need help.
Let me know what you think. Fine turn.
This will be the last video, by the way, chat. We'll get through the nukes video. What the fuck? Bro. These ghosts got hands. Damn. Low-key valid on him checking himself. I also would have assumed I got shot. Dude. These ghosts do got hands. What the hell? Oh, did it knock him out? Is he knocked out? Holy shit, is he knocked out? Oh my god, it did it again. Bro, what's going on? Dude, what'd you do?
In the video, the security guard appears to be suspiciously looking around the area, seemingly confused. Then suddenly an unseen force seems to attack the man and throw him into a banner. The guard can be seen looking around in panic with no assailant in sight. He then suffers another attack and two guards hurry over to help him. The somewhat shaken mayor of Armenia says that, quote, a bishop and other religious leaders will come to bless the mayor's offices, and that they will, quote, bring God's blessing to every corner of this workspace. Now, it seems highly doubtful that the mayor of Armenia, Colombia, would suddenly release a fake ghost video.
That doesn't even look like a trip.
Just what do you think happened to this security guard? Randonautica.
So I just went randonauting.
You probably already know what the app Randonautica is by now, but just in case you are a sheltered person, Randonautica is an app where you basically put in an intention, and most people will use something dark or a bit spooky, and then the app spits out random coordinates and tells you to go there and explore. It's like a scavenger hunt with no prizes. But here's the really weird thing. Some users swear that the Randonautica app taps into something. The universe, energy, the paranormal, some type of thing like that. They claim that they found really strange things and sometimes really scary things by following Randonautica's directions.
Sky.
Fuck that.
Oh my god.
So now let me tell you about one Randonautica exploration that is truly unexplainable. A group of teens in Seattle are exploring with the Randonautica app and are directed to a location near the water on a Seattle beach.
Oh, we're not rewatching
When they get
this
there,
footage.
they find a mysterious...
There's body parts inside the bag. It was two people that were murdered, and they had been chopped up, and put in the bag. We're not rewatching this footage. It is scary. Because it's
let me
real
say,
footage.
this incident is 100% documented. It is not a fake
It went
video.
viral on
It is
TikTok.
not an elaborate hoax. You do not get
I
to
believe
decide.
it was the
In
girlfriend's
fact, you can even look
ex-boyfriend
this
that had
up
killed
because
them,
this
I think.
case was reported by multiple reliable news outlets. So you decide this. Was this random chance? Or is Randonautica just f***ing spooky?
It was random.
decide.
That's literally the point of random.
The Haunted Hill House. The Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas is said to be one of the most haunted locations in the U.S. With its 125-year dark and troubling past, that doesn't come as much of a surprise. The home was once a haven for illegal activity. It served as a gambling hall, a bootlegging operation, and even a brothel. It also served as a makeshift hospital for over 50 years. It is said that the haunted Hill House is inhabited by the ghosts of at least 9 people who lost their lives there. So, one night in late September, a group of friends and family...
We're gonna do a quick little pause because I need the bathroom. I'll be back. Sorry, chat. I took my bagels out of the freezer.
Family rented the Hill House to just have a little fun. In fact, many of them were doubters who just wanted to prove that the so-called haunted Hill House wasn't actually haunted at all. But that's not exactly how things went down. The house is said to be haunted by one particularly violent spirit that the house's owners refer to as Dr. Yeager. One of the visitors, Victoria, lays down on the bed in one of the rooms, and she jokingly starts taunting the ghost of Dr. Yeager. It did not go well.
What? I love you.
I'm watching ghosts. I'm gonna watch ghosts, okay? Lay down, Bubba. Oh, Jesus.
As you can see, she was yanked off the bed. This was not a fall. And then they ran out. We're gonna rewind that and we're gonna show you in regular screen.
I love you.
Hi.
Something seems to violently yank Victoria right off the bed as her friends look on in terror. The house has a static black and white security camera in every room, and it catches the action as Victoria is pulled off the bed and the group makes a run for it. One of the guys is so shook, he even drops his phone and just leaves it on the floor behind him.
Now, what are you gonna do? Go back and get it?
Cut to
No.
about an hour later, around 3 a.m. A guy named Drew wants to test this alleged paranormal activity for himself.
Mood.
So he enters the same room and immediately begins taunting the ghost of Dr. Yeager.
That's dumb.
Saying that the spirit is a coward and that if he really wants to attack someone, why doesn't he try attacking a man instead?
Same room.
Look at the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
But as soon, before I can even finish my sentence, I'm in the air.
And then he runs.
Did you see he got pushed?
So
sorry, that's
Drew
really
got
funny.
his wish. He is violently shoved by something, and then he almost knocks down his two friends while making a mad dash from the room. It should be noted that Drew has gone on record as saying that he will never set foot back inside the
Attack
haunted
a
Hill
man
House
and then
ever
bops through
again.
the woman.
But it gets even weirder, because as Drew and his friends run from the room, something seems to yank the door shut behind them. If you watch closely, you can actually see the doorknob move as if it's being pulled. So is the haunted Hill House one of the most haunted places on Earth? Would you go into that room and taunt the spirit of Dr.
No,
Yeager?
but I'm not stupid.
Let me know down in the comments.
Too many people are watching Zach
They
Baggins.
live.
They live.
This next bizarre video was recorded at a private party in a banquet hall in Russia.
All right.
The party was attended by billionaires, supermodels, and politicians. Basically, some of the most rich and powerful people in Russia. Popular Russian musician Sergei Shnorov and his band Ruble were hired to perform at the event. But something very odd happened when there was an unexpected
Yes, I
temporary
love you.
power
I'm
failure
almost done, I
in the
promise.
venue. The video captures the bizarre glowing eyes of some of the
So when you have a camera, there's light inside the camera. Hi. Would it be fun if it was vampires? Yes. Is it vampires? No. The light is reflecting off of the sclera of your sclera, yes, of the iris maybe, because your eyes refract light. That's how they work. Hi, can you stop? So that's what they're doing. There is a light source. It's inside the camera, and it looks weird on camera because there's no other light for it to pull from. Or it's yeah, you're right. Maybe it's shaped
attendees.
Call Sam and Dean.
Although the video only captures a few of them, witnesses claim that most of the people at the party had these same strange glowing eyes.
Выступление, на самом деле, как выступление, но что-то случилось со светом в прекрасный момент, он просто погас. Почему-то у большинства людей, которые были в зале, а там были люди совершенно такого серьезного полета, стали светиться глаза. Барабанщик у нас, собственно, выронил палочки и...
Oh, they're saying they saw it without the camera.
Мы песен не играли. Было пи***ц как страшно, поэтому мы съебали Оттуда даже я и не помню, как мы дома оказались.
А кто эти люди были? Можешь назвать фамилии?
Да чего ты? Ага.
Now, once this bit of video became public, there were all sorts of wild conspiracy theories. Everything from that the Russian cultural elite were all aliens or reptilians, to even claims that they were all vampires. But the prevailing theory
Vampires
was
would be fun.
almost as
I
bizarre.
would be kind of down for vampires.
Many people believe that these rich and powerful people were using mysterious biological experiments to stay young.
I mean,
Ужасно. Страшно, потому что свет погас, и вдруг эти глаза светящиеся. Мне потом объяснили, что это какой-то эффект stem cell. Я не знаю, это
So the theories on this one are divided, but pretty much all of the explanations offered are creepy and strange.
I
So
don't
the
know.
question remains, what could cause a room full of the Russian elite
On
to
camera
have
sometimes.
eyes that glow in
In
the
person, that's a no.
dark? First ghost hunt, last ghost
They're
hunt.
saying they saw it in
Reddit
person.
user Amanda Burke and her husband were exploring the haunted Hillview Manor, an old mental asylum located in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Amanda says that they walked around the asylum with a tour group,
Got Amanda.
checking EVP meters that were given to them by the tour guide. But she says nothing much happened. Then they began to hear an odd shuffling sound at the end of one of the halls, but they thought nothing of it. Then suddenly, from the end of the hall, they heard running footsteps charging right toward them.
The fuck? How'd you even do that?
Amanda says that the whole event was one of the scariest things she's ever experienced. Now, I should note that I don't usually show videos without some visible or audible evidence of the supernatural. But looking at the reaction of this group and seeing just how hard and painful those falls look, I think this is pretty compelling evidence that something came down that hall. Also, again, Amanda and her friends are not ghost hunters, they're not YouTubers, and they're not TikTokers. She simply posted this video to Reddit to share her strange experience.
That's it? That's what you end on? Bro, you had 15 videos and that's what you ended on? That's what you ended on? I'm really upset about these editing choices that we're making. Why are we losing the art of suspense and storytelling on YouTube? What's going on? Am I the only one who's popping my pussy? What's going on? I'm kidding. Okay. I think I'm funny, and that's the important part. Okay, let me see. Who are we rating to? Twitch. Back to Twitch. All right. Who is live? I think we got Andre chat. Nandre's watching TikToks. There you go. All right. Bye, Twitch. Have fun with Nandre. Bye. Have fun. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Video tomorrow on Swell. Bye. Bye. YouTube viewers, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Wait. I gotta mute.